Hello, my gorgeous light beings, my healers, my star seeds, my light workers. Welcome back to my channel, the Pleiadian Priestess. As always, I have a juicy reading for you guys, so just stick around in a few seconds for the topic of today's reading. Hello, my lovelies. If you're still here, the topic of today's reading is an 1111 themed reading because we're using the energy of the 1111 portal to ascertain where's your life headed kind of vibe, like where you're going to be living, love, just life in general. We already did a reading about career, so you can go watch that one if you want to learn more about money and career, finances, stuff like that. But right now we're going to be also getting into what are you meant to be focusing on right now. So kind of like a life path reading. Where is it going? What's going on? Okay. So if that's what you're interested in, you can stick around. But first you have to choose a pile or a group or a deck or a thumbnail. They're all the same. They're all the same. So for group one, we have the Modern Witch Tarot, and we also have the Satellite Mushroom. So bring it up so you can see it. We have the Modern Witch Tarot, the Satellite Mushroom, and then if you want to see a card from the deck, we have the Strength card at the top, as a example. So Satellite Mushroom or the Modern Witch Tarot. Okay. One more look. Then for group two, we have the Dark Wood Tarot, and we have the Zebra Jasper. We have the Zebra Jasper. And to show you a card from the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. How lovely. Then, but last but certainly not least, we have the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot for group three, as well as the Red Aventurine. Of course, there's always a group that acts up, and I feel like it's always group three. Red Aventurine Mushroom. And to show you a card from the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So as always, you're going to choose the card, the deck, the number 1 through 3, the crystal, the mushroom in this case, the thumbnail image, however you choose your readings, you're going to choose it. If you have to ask me in the comments, of course, you can do that as well. But without further ado, I will see you gorgeous people at your reading. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group ones. Welcome to your reading. If you chose group one, you chose the Satellite Mushroom. Okay, I hope it's focusing. Satellite Mushroom. Or you chose the Modern Witch Tarot, and the card that you guys would have chosen is Strength. Or you chose thumbnail image 1. Or you asked and I told you to choose pile 1. I don't know. However you got here, welcome to your reading. Today we're going to be using the energy of the 11 level portal for those who believe in it. If you don't, just disregard that part of the message, I guess. Or reading. And we're going to be getting into where is your life headed kind of energy. Where you're going to be living, love life, situation, stuff like that. Where is it heading? And what are you meant to be focusing on right now? So I did a poll on my channel, on my community tab, and asking you guys what kind of 1111 reading would you like to see from me. And when I first recorded my finance and career reading, finance and career was winning, but then I checked and it flipped, and now it's life path and I guess life, I don't know. So we're gonna get into both. Why not? Okay, so that's what we're gonna be getting into in today's reading, and stick around if you're interested in that. So let's get into it. So I want to do an energy check-in to see where you guys are at now, to make sure this is the right pile for you. I feel like for other readings that I do about like looks or whatever, it's kind of like it's either going to resonate or it's not. But for situations like these, for where your life is headed, an energy check is, you know, it's beneficial. So you're not watching a whole reading and it wasn't for you. But I feel like you would know instinctually if it wasn't for you, the way I was reading or what I was saying kind of vibe. So for my group ones, please, Spirit, can we get an energy check in? Where are they at right now in their life and their life path currently? Where are they right now? I feel like I want to shuffle them again. I just feel like these be hard to shuffle sometimes. They match stiff. Which is good for the durability, but dang. Let me get a good shuffle, you know? Now we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed at the bottom of the deck, so I was kind of getting that vibe when I was just sitting here. I was like, are they on the right path? I got like an inkling of, so let's get into it. Okay, so it wasn't wrong, okay? This is why readers, if you're a reader and you're watching, what you think for the first thing you think is usually what's going on. Because I tend to doubt myself when the reading's not going so well. And I'm like, I don't want anyone to be offended or upset. But I'm like, that is what's coming through. So who am I to lie and say and flip it, you know? So yeah, when I was asking, are you on the right path? I got an inkling of, I felt I asked that for a reason kind of energy. So readers and just people in general, the first gut instinct you get about someone, a situation, a question you ask yourself, don't second guess yourself. Go with the first thing, okay? That could be something that's going on. You're doubting your intuition right now. You're not believing in yourself and trying to, I guess, get knowledge from other people. You're giving your power away, essentially what that is. Because you're like, oh, I know what I'm supposed to do. I have my own intuition, but I'm trusting someone else's judgment above mine, which is not the best thing to do when it comes to your life, you know? If you're letting your parents, friends, kids, dictate how you live your life, it's kind of like, why don't you trust your own intuition? Why are you asking others? Like, it's like validation as well. So you could be trying to accept validation from others. It looks like things aren't going the best. You're not getting a lot of sleep. You're very tired. Even when you do lay down to sleep, you're troubled by maybe thoughts or worries, burdens. Wheel of Fortune reverse is kind of like you don't feel like your life is going the way it should. So it's kind of like not on the right path, essentially, you know, to put it in layman terms. But it's kind of like you're not following your destiny. Your fate has something set in store for you. And I feel like you overthinking or not getting enough rest, or maybe watching doom scrolling is what I'm hearing as well. Maybe you being on some need to take a social media detox is what I'm hearing. Because you being on social media and watching how everybody's lying about their perfect life is not helping you in yours. Because you feel the pressure, or you feel like not enough, you feel beneath, less than. And I kind of feel like where the 10 of Swords in a way is someone putting 10 swords in your back, backstabbing, betrayal, complete exhaustion, or depletion. In this case, it's you doing it to yourself because you have the phone in your hand. And at any point you can kind of like put the phone down, but you don't, because there's like an anxious, it's like you're essentially addicted or attached to social media. The way we have anxious attachment to people, you have an anxious attachment to social media. So you keep doom scrolling, checking in on what your friends are doing, your favorite celebrities are doing, your favorite influencers are doing. And I do know 100% that social media is 100% fake. Yes, people show snippets of their life that are real, but they're not showing you every single facet or aspect. So they're showing you the good, the babies, the houses. They're not showing you the struggle or the strife it took to get there, the obstacles they went through, all the no's that they were told, unless they're one of the real influencers who tell you, hey, I was rejected about 100 times before I got my big break. You're thinking people are just coming and becoming famous. The perfect example I can use for this reading in particular is Chaperone, okay? I didn't really know much of her story until I kind of looked into her, because I really love her songs and her music. So I remember she was telling people, like a video, she was like, I've been around for a long time, guys. Like, I've been around since, she was naming some albums from famous people who were like doing good around the time she was out. And she was naming some big albums. I think she was naming like, what are some of the albums she was naming? I think she was like naming some Ariana Grande albums or something, but she was naming some famous big albums. She was like, I've been out since then, you know, so I've been around for a long time. She was signed to a label, they dropped her, and then something changed. Like I do believe they said that she was signed to the same either producer or whatever, the person who writes the music. She was with the same guy that was behind some of Olivia Rodrigo's biggest hits, and we know she came on the scene seemingly out of nowhere, but she's been around for a long time too. If you really look back and see her on, what was that, Bizarre Varks, Bizarre Fox, whatever. She was the weird girl or whatever on that show before she kind of got her big break in High School Musical, the musical, and then she had her driver's license kind of era, and that's when we really knew who she was. But she'd been around for a minute, and it took me some time to realize she was that same awkward, silly girl from that show. But anyway, back to Chapel. The same guy who works with Olivia and helped her write her music and helped her with her album is the same guy who helped Chapel with her first album, but he ditched her for Olivia essentially. But the guy still knew she had talent and potential, so I think he kind of whispered or spoke her name in the right rooms, and she was able to go on tour with Olivia. And then that was her big break, you know, when she kind of started doing the hair, the makeup, she kind of switched things around and found her niche, what would make her blow up. And that's how we know who she is now. But she's been in the industry for a long time. She got dropped by her label, had to go back and move home. I think she had to be a nanny, or she had to bartend, and she was like doing, you know, those odd ends and to a job, essentially, those odd jobs to make money. And then she just ended up blowing up. You know, she's been everywhere. And she even won, I think, Best New Artist over Sabrina Carpenter. And Sabrina Carpenter has been around for a long time as well. And was like, you wasn't going nowhere without hearing Espresso or Please, 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 you know. But Chapel won over her. So it's like, your big break is coming, but it's like, I don't know what happened in Chapel's career that made her not blow up, but it wasn't the right time maybe. So maybe that's what this is saying. It's not the right time. But you're seeing your social media influencers and your favorite artists like seemingly blow up out of nowhere, but it took some time to get there, you know? They had an off period the way you're having an off period. You know, you've been in the phase of thinking you're not doing enough, things aren't going the way you want them to. But every celebrity, no matter how rich, no matter how, you know, well-known, had their moment of obscurity where no one knew who they were, you know? So maybe some of you are trying to get into the music biz and you're looking at people who are seemingly blowing up and you're realizing or feeling like less than because you're not blowing up maybe. And it's because you're focusing, and that doesn't even have to be the thing. You could just be on social media, doom scrolling, seeing everyone live a fake or their aesthetic pleasing life. And you're like, what am I doing? Why am I not there? Why am I not? Or even in your life around you, you could be texting friends or school. You know what I just heard? You're scrolling on an ex's profile page and seeing them move on unhappy. You could still be single and unhappy or looking for love or craving love. But everyone else seems to be happy and in love and you're not. So you're just doom scrolling, seeing all these lovey-dovey couples, all these people getting married, having kids, settling down, having their dream job, traveling everywhere, making all this money, not having to worry about anything. You're just like, okay, so when is it my turn? You know? That's what I'm getting. You're not able to sleep or rest because you're frantic, you're anxious, you know? So like I said, you have an anxious attachment to something, whether it be a person, work, whether it be social media, your phone kind of energy. Some of you need to detox from social media, your phones in general, you know? Get out in nature. We're not seeing any nature here. We're seeing doom and gloom, and that kind of happens when we don't get enough vitamin D, you know what I mean? Our body's like, we're just, you know, especially now during this season where we're going into winter and the sun is less and less and we're not getting that sunlight. That's when the seasonal depression starts stepping in. So you have to, you know, definitely put yourself out there even more to make sure you're getting that vitamin D. Okay, whether it's the sun vitamin D or D from somewhere else. Okay, it's also cuffing season, people. It's coming up. So what else is coming through for my group ones? Please, a current energy check-in, one more card. And we have 5 of Wands. Yeah, competition. You're comparing yourself to other people. People on social media, friends on social media, old acquaintances or exes on social media. You're comparing yourself to them constantly. And I love how we have that this deck was made way before, I think, COVID even happened, but we have 2 women wearing masks here. So it could be people, like I said, who's masking the real things that are going on in their life, and you're thinking that everything is honky-dory. Some people do struggle to see that social media is not real life. And that's how you end up in this kind of energy of thinking you're not on the right path. You know, things aren't going great. The wheel of fortune is not on your side, you know. You know what I mean? That kind of vibe. You're not on the right path. And you're constantly asking yourself and readers and your cars, are you on the right path? When I feel like you would know it. You don't have to ask the question. Questions that we ask, we kind of already always have the answer to. We're just looking for confirmation from a reader or someone else outside of ourselves, when all the confirmation we need are within ourselves, you know? So yeah, y'all tired, not getting enough sleep, not feeling like you're on the right path. You feel like you're on the bottom of the wheel right now. Nothing's going right. You feel backstabbed, betrayed by life, by someone, by people, by social media. I don't know. But that's the energy you're in right now. At the bottom of the deck, we have 4 of Pentacles, where you're kind of like very closed off. You're keeping yourself away from other people. We have 2 4s coming through, so 44 could be important. Look up that angel number and what it means. But I do know 4s mean protection and stability. So maybe that's something you're seeking and it seems far away because it's at the bottom of the deck instead of the top, or it didn't come out, you know? So let's see. Now we know where you are currently. Let us see where your life is headed. Please, Spirit, tap into the energy of group 1 and where their life is headed, please. Using the potent energy of this 1111 portal. I hope some of y'all was out there manifesting. I know I wasn't as much as I could have been, but you know what I mean? I saw 1111 and I made my wish. Dang straight I did. I bought my candles. Okay, I didn't light them up yet, but hey, we have 5 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, all that sadness and melancholy is like kind of like ebbing. You know how things ebb and flow? Your melancholy is ebbing. The way the sea moves away from the shore, you know? So all that sadness, that watery, those over stimulation, or the over feeling, the over emotions, those are kind of ebbing. The over emotions. That's a thing, but you know what I mean? That feeling sad, the overwhelming emotions, I should say, not the over emotions. The overwhelming emotions are kind of like ebbing in your life right now. Where is their life headed, please? For my group 1s, where is their life headed? Ooh, wow. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. Okay. So while I'm shuffling these cards, or while I was choosing the decks for this reading, I already had preconceived notions of what each deck would mean for the people who chose the deck. And with the Modern Witch Tarot, some of you may be witches, some of you may be in the occult, some of you may have your own channel, some of you may be trying to find money or stability in this spirituality pool that we all seem to be occupying on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or whatever. It seems like there's so many readers, but not enough people could be buying readings or that kind of, and you know that's your lease in life. You know you're supposed to be doing something with spirituality, but you just haven't found it yet. But I do think with this computer here, you're meant to be doing something online. So if it hasn't fully, I want to say accumulated yet, if it hasn't fully come to full circle moment, I do feel like it could be coming. But it's funny how I was thinking about that and then this card came out. I was going to say it, but then the card came out to confirm it. So some of you watching this are in the occult, have careers in the occult, and things seem to be really gloomy. Even energetically, they seem to be really gloomy. And people who are in the occult are more sensitive than other people, okay? Highly sensitive people, persons, whatever you want to call them. And the energy is very, very heavy right now, especially after the election. It didn't go the way everybody wanted it to go. You know what I mean? So we're dealing with a lot of heavy emotions in the collective right now, just in general. So dealing with that, it feels like you being on social media and you're absorbing the energy from other people. That's that doom scrolling as well, you know? Or instead of, you know what I'm also getting? Instead of creating, you're consuming. You have to do more consuming than, more creative than consuming. More creating than consuming. So if you are someone who loves spirituality, but you find yourself consuming more than you're creating, that's the problem. That's a discrepancy. You have to find a nice balance that you're not supposed to be scrolling on other people's pages and like, oh, I wish I could do that. Do it. So that feeling lost, feeling sad, that like nothing can come from this, kind of like nothing can get better kind of energy with this full 5 of Cups. It's like I said, it's going away. You're going to be realizing that even though 3 cups fell and maybe something fell through and didn't work the way you wanted it to, there is still good to come from the situation or the life path you're on, okay? Or this career you're choosing or the living situation you're in. And you know this, which is why the High Priestess came out. 3 of Cups, celebration, of course. Like, look, the 3 cups you were crying over that spilled, you're getting them back. I'm hearing in a different medium, in a different format. So those same 3 cups you were crying over, you're going to get them back in another way. So these feelings of sadness over these 3 cups that fell or spilled are ebbing. And then when the shore doesn't stay ebbed for long, it comes right back in, it flows. So things are going to be ebbing just to come back and flow back in, Maybe you're making new friends. Maybe you lost friends and you're doom scrolling, watching them make other friends or living their life. And you're like, what happened? You're confused. It's like they backstabbed you and you're watching them still live their life like nothing happened. New friends are coming in. And you could be feeling that, which is why it's feeling extra painful, I'm hearing it's always darkest before the dawn. So you're feeling these emotions extra heavily right now because you need to purge them, let them out, feel them, just for them to come right back in a better way, in better people. So I do feel like in your life, you're going to be making more friends and more like-minded individuals. We have the world. Yeah, the end of the cycle. That's that flow. The ebb that I was talking about. The full circle moment. Funny how I said it and the card came through that represents a full circle moment. I hope the cards are straight. If they're not, forgive me. And the Magician, wow. Yeah, you're getting your power back. Somebody, like I said, you were giving your power away to people, a person, a thing, a place, a work. It could be as well. Family members, you were staying in the house instead of going outside. And we need sunlight, we need fresh air, we need those things, which is why we were born in the wilderness. And so man thought, oh, let's make some, we was living in huts and things, of course, to protect us from the outside weather. But men said, let's make concrete and brick and all this kind of stuff. Now we just stay secluded and sad. It's like you're getting over a breakup. And when you're getting over a breakup in all the movies, they just stay at home. We see them living in their own funk under the covers. The lights, the blinds, the shades are not open. It's just completely dark. They're vegging on all the bad food, the junk food. They're ordering takeout, eating it, not cleaning up after themselves. Clothes dirty, house dirty, room dirty, bathroom dirty, I meant to say kitchen dirty, you dirty. And you expect good things to be coming into your life. How when all that funk is surrounding you? Come on, open a window, let the air out, clean, declutter, stuff like that. And you'll definitely feel better, because I know I always feel better after cleaning. Anybody who's ever cleaned after having a big mess in their life, after it's giving the equivalent of women cutting their hair, cutting off all that extra bags when they break up with someone, or changing their wardrobe, changing their personality. That's what's coming to the person who you thought you were, that you were mourning the loss of, is now turning into a new person who celebrates themselves, who at the end of a cycle, who's accomplished something. Because they realize their power with the High Priestess and the Magician. 2 powerful cards to get in the life path reading. So you are meant to be magic for other people, is what I'm hearing. You're meant to be this magic for others, okay? And I forgot to read the words that came with your crystal. Satellite is clarity, insight, understanding. Are we surprised? Stop it. Clarity, insight, and understanding for Satellite. That's definitely you. So that is what your life is heading towards. Clarity and understanding. And you're getting some insight on something. Maybe something, insight on something that lets you, how can I phrase it? You're getting insight on a situation that finally allows you to let it go. So you get that heartbreaking news, this person was cheating, or this friend betrayed you, or you lost this job. And like I said, you're in the Ten of Swords energy of just doom scrolling, living in your own funk, living in your own filth, not cleaning, eating all this junky food and wondering why you feel bad. You haven't been outside in a long time, haven't absorbed no vitamin D, haven't talked to anyone in a long time, no human interaction. And then you're wondering why everything seems to be going wrong, because something happened in your life to make you feel like something went wrong, a breakup, a betrayal, something like that. And I do feel like I feel you coming out of it. The sun coming out from behind the clouds, you opening up the blinds, letting in some fresh air, going outside for a walk, eating something healthy, even if it's not the best tasting. Your body will thank you for, like, hey, now we have some energy because we're eating something that's good for us, Like you finally coming and cleaning and sweeping everything, all the bad stuff out of your life, because you're the magician. You realize that. Instead of asking someone else on social media, what should I do next? You know it instinctively what to do next, because you gained some kind of insight, is what I'm getting. You could go out with friends. The High Priestess is a very solitary, lonely kind of person. You're at home on your computer doing work. You're at home on your phone doom scrolling, instead of being out with people who give you energy, who fill you up, who fill up your cups, if you don't have those people, they're coming in. That's what's changing your life. You're going to have a sense of community. That's what Three of Cups is. People who make you feel safe, people who make you feel happy, people who light you up instead of, dim you or make you feel dark kind of energy, who steal your joy. They give you joy instead. Because Three of Cups is like a very happy, joyful kind of energy. And it's funny how I was saying that we used to live in tents and things, and we have that coming in the background of the card. So definitely you need to maybe be more esoteric, the things we did before civilization, before we went modern, because esoteric is the opposite of modern, is the opposite of modern. Jeez Louise. Maybe run naked through the forest, run naked through a campfire, maybe go camping, like I said, reconnect with nature and earth, Mother Earth, because she be healing us as well. She takes all our pain away. Festivals, even though it's not festival season anymore, maybe just go camping with friends. That could be something. Go to a rustic cabin where there's no connection, and you have to be present with the people who are in your surrounding area, and you have to make sure they're people who make you feel lighter, not, heavy. But the Magician is definitely you finding your magic again, you finding what lights you up, makes you happy. Your purpose is what I'm hearing. So yes, you are the High Priestess. Yes, she dwells in the dark, but she also dwells in the light as well. Okay, there's a dark slab, there's a light slab, there's a dark pillar and a light pillar. She's giving Hecate energy, so maybe you should work with Hecate, if you've been seeing a lot of videos about Hecate, maybe you're supposed to be working with her, and this is your confirmation. I don't really work with goddesses or things other than Jesus Christ, let me stop, and God, but I feel like I have been called to Hecate lately, so that's your confirmation. If you've been feeling called to her as well, learn up about her. If she's not for you, she's not for you. If she is, get an altar for her. Like I said, she dwells in the darkness, but she's also in the light as well. She frees people of their loads, from what I know from her. I don't know much, so don't take my word for it. Go look it up yourself. If you do work with her, she's the one who's helping you transition. This High Priestess could be her, and she's helping you transition, bringing in these friends, bringing in this sense of completion, of feeling like you're whole again, and then she's bringing in your power. She's helping you realize how powerful you truly are. Okay, so let me open up these cards here and see what else is coming through in your life. Right now, I'm only getting happiness, celebration, good times, a sense of completion or feeling complete, you getting your power back. I'm just, yapping. I didn't open up the oracle cards before I sat down. So let me get them now. Okay. So we're going to start with these cards here. Where you headed? So you're headed in the occult. You're heading more into learning about the esoteric side of life, So like I said, you're pulling away from, you could be doing something as simple, if you're not the biggest witch or whatever around, or esoteric person around, or occultist person around, spiritual person. You're doing something as simple as getting off your phone and reading books, paper, parchment, ink. The smell of a book. I just sniffed. I know. Going into the library and smelling a fresh book, opening up a fresh book and hearing the spine crack. Those are the small, beautiful things in life. So if you're not someone who's diving deeper into maybe getting to know a goddess or a god, or becoming even more spiritual, or going on a journey of deep spirituality and awakening, you're definitely just cutting away the phone and diving into books, paper, pen to paper, journaling, letting out your feelings kind of energy. Being your own best friend is what I'm hearing. Being your own confidant is what I'm hearing. Because maybe in order to be backstabbed, you had to have put your trust in someone and they backstabbed you. So for those of you that message is resonating, you're learning to be your own best friend. Me, myself, and I, that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And there ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on, I'ma be my own best friend. Me, myself, and I, with Beyonce. You don't need no lover. You don't need no person. I'm hearing you're entering your villain era. Your bad bee era, your bad boy era kind of energy, where you're just putting yourself first. You don't really care about what the people think, what they have to say. We have gossip and shapeshifter. Maybe you're turning away from gossip and shifting into somebody else. Okay, where's their path heading? And I just wanted to thank you. Yeah, everything is turning out the way, everything is going to happen the way they're supposed to. You know, the way I keep thinking of things before the card comes out to confirm it. The way I wanted 2 cards and 2 cards flew out before I even had to ask for it or say it. That kind of thing. You're getting things you don't have to say or ask for. They're just things that you need or you're manifesting just by staying silent or quiet, you know, if that makes sense. Yeah, femme fatale. What was I just saying about bad B era, villain era? What are you telling me? Oh my goodness. And then we have a good Samaritan. You know, I was gonna say that, so I'm gonna just say it. Maybe some of you are turning away from friends who all they did was gossip. Because best believe if a friend is gossiping with you, they're gossiping with someone else, and it could be about you or something else. You know, people who gossip in general, it's a propensity. They have a propensity to gossip. You know, if they're doing it with you, they're doing it with someone else about you or someone else as well. So just keep that in mind. So like I said, you guys could be entas. You have a group of friends who all y'all do is gossip and y'all get together, and you're going to be learning how to have healthier friendships than that. You talk about life, you talk about love, you talk about spirituality. You're bringing friends like that, where you're talking about things that bring you guys forward together as a group, you know, a coven essentially, where you guys are sharing knowledge. One of you could be a hedge witch, one of you could be a kitchen witch, one of you could be a cosmic witch, and you guys are all bringing all of your things together and helping the other people in your life, or helping those other friends find what they need, because that's your expertise kind of vibe, if you understand what I'm saying. But yeah, you could go from someone who's a gossip, because that did come out with shapeshift, and you're shaping into someone who was more of a good Samaritan. You're finding healthier friends, you know. But yeah, it's funny how I was thinking that. Like I said, you know things and you just don't say it until it happens. It happens to me, so I can't even, reprimand you guys for that. I do the same thing, you know. I might wait for the card to come out and say, oh, and I was gonna say that, and you're like, you either believe me or you don't, but I was gonna say it for real. But I wait for the card to come out for the confirmation instead of just feeling that and knowing that what I felt and heard is true. So yeah, with that gossip and shapeshifter, I wanted to say you could be a part of friends who are gossiping. You ended up being on the sharp end of the gossip that your friend was doing, backstabbing. And now you're kind of in a phase of mourning that friendship, you know, letting it go. Five of Cups is an energy of mourning. So you're coming out of that stage of grief, whether it's you were mourning something more serious, like a loss of a family member, a lover, a partner, a friend, or, mourning the loss of a friend that's still alive is sometimes even more painful than mourning the loss of a friend that's passed. Okay? So you're mourning something, honestly. But Samaritan refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. Interesting. And the femme fatale highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. This is what I was speaking about. Anxious attachment came through. The femme fatale is someone who's a force to be reckoned with on her own. She's not the other half of this partnership. She's not the other half of this friendship. She's not the other half of this family. She is an entity on her own. Okay? She is able to rely on herself, be on her own, and be her own best friend, essentially, exactly. She is a force. She's out here stealing your man, stealing your girl, stealing your best friend, stealing your job, because she's the one who doesn't need other people to validate her. She validates herself. She has that power within herself. That's where your life is headed. You're going to start trusting yourself more. Using your powers to help others for good as well. I'm hearing some of you could have a program or a retreat is what I'm hearing, where you go on a retreat that helps you find your divine feminine energy again, where you don't need anyone else but you. Because the divine feminine does what she attracts. The divine feminine does what he chases. Maybe some of you were chasing friends, chasing lovers, and by you maybe refining that divine feminine within you, you're learning how to accept. That's why I'm saying Hecate, maybe Lilith, those dark goddesses. Oh yes, they're gonna get you right, because they're femme fatales. You don't hear about Lilith and da-da-da-da. Lilith rejected and ran from Adam for that exact reason. She didn't want to be just his little wife. She wanted to be powerful on her own. And when we think of Lilith, we don't think of Adam, we think of Lilith. Okay, when we think of Hecate, there's nobody associated with her. She's the moon, the triple moon goddess on her own. Okay, she's a mother, the maiden, and a mother flipping crone. She's not associated to no man or no woman. It's her on her own by herself. Okay, and you done heard what I said. Okay, that's coming through for y'all. Learning to be by yourself on your own, and finding other bad bees or bad men, who knows, I don't know what y'all call yourselves, finding other powerful men to help propel you in your career is like having that trifecta, that group. And it's funny how I was talking about three. If we think of Three of Cups in like a Three of Emotions, Three of Moons kind of way, it is giving Hecate again. So I feel like 2 cards are coming out to confirm that. Look at her. She's like, this is giving me the transformation when Cinderella found her fairy godmother and she was in the air suspended, turning and twirling into her perfect blue dress. Okay? That's what's coming through. You're going through a transformation of self. Finding your power. And you could be doing so and finding that power through a goddess, okay? It could be Aphrodite even. I'm not really getting her energy, but it could be her. I'm getting more darker, fierce, femme fatale energies from y'all. Villain era kind of stuff. Where these are goddesses who dwell in the dark for a reason. Because men was playing in their face. Okay, anywho. But that's what I'm getting, yes. Yeah, you're going to have a friend group of powerful people where they have their own things that make them powerful. You're the smart friend, then you have the creative friend, then you have the, what's another friend? The out there crazy friend. And all of you make the perfect balance of people because you guys all have what the other one needs. And you guys will always kind of, you create a sisterhood, a bond that way, you know? So you're attracting your coven, you're attracting your soul family, you're attracting the people who are going to get you to this world part, because we have them coming through first before we get to the world where you're feeling whole, you know. For the world, we have some zodiac signs coming through. The high priestess first and foremost is Pisces energy. Here we have Aquarius, we have Taurus, we have Scorpio, and we have Leo. For the world, that could be your zodiac sign. The magician is Mercury energy, which is Virgo and Gemini. Okay, so those signs are coming through for you guys. But let me get some more cards from this deck here to see what else is coming through for you guys. Where is your life headed? I haven't used these cards in a minute. Don't play with me now. Hey, what did I say? Oh, third time's a charm for some of you. Maybe you've tried something once, twice, and you're gonna try it thrice, okay? And third time's a charm is what I just heard. Okay, so for my group ones, please, Spirit, where is their life headed? Okay, after this, I want to get into what are you meant to be focused on right now to help you. The fault line. We're living on a fault line. Till Forever Falls Apart is coming through that song. We've been living on a fault line, and for a while, you were all mine. For a while, you were all mine. It's not coming through. But Till Forever Falls Apart, that's a song about friends. And I do believe that the person who sings it is Ash and Phineas, which is Billie Eilish's brother. They basically wrote a song about being with their friend till the world ends, you know? So this is a big group about friendship, community, soul family, for real. Maybe you were, like I said, went through a betrayal, or you went through a phase of divesting some other unsavory energies from your energy, and it was a sad process. You grieved a friend, you grieved a relationship, but it was because you couldn't have those friends around you. You couldn't be in the energy those friends were reducing you to, or you couldn't be in that energy period in order to attract the people you were meant to attract. You were meant to be in a more high vibrational energy, which is what you're going to get into by working with these goddesses, these friends, or with yourself, you know, doing some journaling, some shadow work kind of energy to realize what was wrong, what you were doing wrong, and what you're going to do right. Like a list like that, you know, I'm hearing pros and cons. So write a pros and cons list about a relationship you were in or a friendship you had, and you may realize that it was better, like there's more cons than pros, which is your sign to go. Yeah, okay. We've been living on a fault line, and for a while, you were all mine. I spent a lifetime giving you my heart. You just know that I'll be yours forever till forever falls apart. till forever falls apart. So this is it. That's how it ends. They say there's nothing more romantic than dying with your friend. And I'm not sorry for myself. I wouldn't want to spend a minute loving anybody else. Now you've got me and you know that I've got you and you know. If the tide takes California, I'm so glad I got to hold ya. I spent it, and I'm so glad I got to hold ya. And if the sky falls from heaven above, you know, at least I had the best time falling into love. We've been living on a fault line for a while. You were all mine. But that's basically a song about friendship. It's called Till Forever Falls Apart by Ash and Phineas. And they're basically saying how, I think, yeah, they live in California. You know, California always having earthquakes and all that. So she's basically saying that if the time were to ever come where there's a tsunami or an earthquake that takes everything away, the end of the earth type of stuff, she's glad she got to hold that friend, be there with them, live life with them. Because I do believe Ash and Phineas are really good friends. Because Ash also has another song called, the sad part is, what is it? I can't remember right now. But Billie Eilish and Phineas helped her write that song, and that was like one of her biggest song, you know? Like, the song is coming through, but it's not coming through. If you guys know Ash, you probably know that song because of her, or you know her because of that song. But anyway, it's like you weren't in love, you were just engaged. You weren't in love, you were just engaged. It's basically like her, like, yeah, that's how this reading is about. It could be that coming through as well. Maybe some of you were engaged and the engagement was broken off, and it's kind of like now you know that you weren't in love, you were just engaged, or you were just in pain and something like that, where you were with someone and your mother asked, why are you with them? And you were like, I don't know. It's something like that. That song was something like that. So some of you were like I said, you were broken up with, or you broke up with someone, or there was a backstabbing or a betrayal happening in a connection, or happened in a connection. And now it's like you're going to be calling in people where you can happily sing that Till Forever Falls Apart. The moral of the story. Thank you, Spirit. You're always coming through for me. You're always coming through for me. The moral of the story by Ash. That's the other song I'm talking about, where she's like has an engagement and she broke it off, and she's like, I wasn't in love, I was just engaged, something like that, or I was just in pain, you know. Billie Eilish helped write that song, and so did Phineas, I believe, or he produced it, and that's why it got so big or whatever, because they were friends for a long time, you know. I feel like everybody in California knows somebody through someone, you know. But yeah, we've been living on a fault line, and for a while you were all mine. And then we have the thread. So there's something here about you getting rid of a fault line to get a thread. There's something here about always being connected or always being meant. This is a fate kind of card, you know. The thread, it's like giving the red thread of fate, where you're always forever connected to your soulmate, and it's like you guys are never detached. You're just finding your way. No matter how tangled the thread gets, you're always going to find your way. It's never going to break. It's never going to snap. It's forever. It's eternal, you know. So you're finding those eternal friends or soulmates, whether those soulmates end up being lovers or not. But this is like giving friendship, you know, finding a friendship within yourself, or finding safety and contentment within yourself, and then finding those friends that can help you do, you know, be better. Find your way is what I'm hearing. But look at how we have this big crack, and then we have the fissures kind of reaching out. So it's like kind of like it was unstable, and it can be broken, which is why it's on this side in the past. In the future, we have this thread. No matter what happens, no matter how tight you pull it, no matter if you try to cut it, it can't be broken. It can't be ripped. It can't be snapped. It can't be cut. That kind of vibe. So you were getting rid of these broken relationships in your life to kind of call in the relationships that are strong. And yeah, well, these people are the people you would want to be with when the world is falling apart. And yes, your forever person, your lover, can be a part of your soul family. So the people who you would want to end the world and be with, it's giving compound, moving into like a house community with all of your people, or moving into community by yourself and finding your soul family in that community, and not knowing what to expect by moving away somewhere you weren't, you don't know anyone and you were on your own. You end up meeting your soul family. When the world ends and you're at home, all those people are going to be in your vicinity. You can end the world together, because those are the people you would want to be with when the world is going to mess, That's what's coming through for y'all. And I love how we have these two people here. They're helping each other. These are like trapeze artists. They need each other for the act to go on. So there's something here about you calling in, like I said, soul family people. But yeah, these friends wouldn't have been with you, or this person, these people wouldn't have been with you through thick and thin, because there was a crack in the friendship already, a deep chasm, and the fissures kind of snake out until it fully breaks apart, The thread never breaks, okay? I feel called to read from the book for these. Let's see, because it may help you gain more clarity on the situation you're in right now. This is the past situation I'm being specifically called to. So the fault line is a place. I know that for sure. 161. Okay, can I get to the page? Dang. Yes, the fissure, the crack, the weak link. Imagine walking across a frozen lake that begins to crack before your eyes. No matter how optimistic and brave you might be, panic ensues. You become fearful and tense and long for stable ground. Such is the energy of the fault line. It's the energy of walking on eggshells, of precarious dynamics, of sensing what is ready to break open into chaos. It's likely this cracking open is overdue, as fault lines develop slowly and naturally from underlying elemental pressures. This card comes as a potent warning not to deny the shakiness that's afoot. It's much better to prepare yourself for change than to walk along the fault line pretending all is well. There is no easy fix for the situation at hand. It will require a foundational shift that alters the current dynamics from the ground up. So yeah, what you was doing before is no longer working, no longer valid is what I'm hearing. It's like a card has expired, and no matter how much money you put back on the Metro card or the card, you can't use it. Now we're going to go to the thread. And I don't know what that would be. Is it a tool? Yes, it is. 205. Okay, the thread, the path, the vein, the circuit. Life is a tangle. So much happens simultaneously and circuitously, leaving us grappling for meaning circuitously. The world, look at the circle, never ending. Like I said, no matter where you go, what you do, you're always meant to find these people, which is why if you ended up in a relationship or a friendship that wasn't meant for you, it always fell apart, because you were always meant to come and find these other people, which is your true soul family. Okay, sorry. Circuitously, leaving us grappling for meaning and direction in a network of distractions. When we connect to the energy of the thread, however, we strike the deepest vein in the body. Our whole being responds to its tug. Meaning is pumped through our bloodstream. Our mind and spirits are lifted. We remember who we are and what we came into this world to do. Fate. You're finding your fate. You're getting there. Though this happens on the most profound level, it could be the simplest incident that activates the thread. A song, an image, a conversation heard in passing. No matter how confusing and multi-layered our modern lives become, if we are connected to the thread, we are free. Being tethered to it is the only anchor our heart requires. So this thread could be you finding your own thread, you striking a thread or a common thread in yourself or someone else. Like they said, it could be a song, an image, or a conversation you hear with other people, and you're like, wow, those are the conversations I've always wanted to have, and you walk up to them and boom, Now you're friends. It could be as simple as that. You're striking a thread within yourself. Something just snaps and says, hey, this is what you're meant to do. And it could be something as simple as a reading, a song, a book, something like that, you know? I think a book is important because I was talking about parchment and paper and ink and smelling the physical book in front of you. It could be a place, a library. It could be where you're meant to go find other like-minded individuals. The same person you see in the same aisle as you looking at the same books is someone who you have something in common with already. Great friend material, great conversation starter, if you will, you know? So what is it? What else came through? And I was talking about modern versus esoteric, so that's coming through again as well. So you're getting too lost in the modern way of things. You're an old soul and you're meant to do things the old way, which is why these goddesses could be coming through saying, hey, work with us. We could teach you the old ways. These books can teach you the old ways. A lot of stuff on phones, internet, social media are new ways. You have to start from the old ways. You have to learn from scratch to learn why things are the way they are now, you know? It's kind of like you can't jump in at the end of a story or in the middle of a story and expect to understand what's going on. You have to go back to the beginning, right? Okay. That's what's coming through. Now, what I'm going to do is pull some more cards for what are you meant to be focusing on right now. Ooh, look. We have a Two of Cups and a King of Cups. You could be entering a relationship with a King of Cups. Okay. That could be the soul family of the relationship you're calling in. What are my group ones meant to be focusing on right now, please, Spirit? Ace of Wands. Yes, what makes you happy and what lights you up. Your passions, your purpose. It is representative of a beginning. So this could be you embarking on a new passionate journey, a new creative journey, because that was coming through as well. Maybe you are the creative friend, but it's doing something that makes you happy because you've been sad for a long time. Yeah, embarking on a new journey. So new keeps coming through, that new. I'm hearing that song by Demi Lovato, which is crazy because I don't listen to that song very much. So it's like, if somebody told me I go back to my old ways, I'm gonna say no way, I'm gonna be okay. If somebody told me I go back to my old ways, I'm going back to my old ways. I will, something about the colors. I'm not the same, something as I was. So, you know, people say, oh, you're never going to change your true colors, you know? She's like, I've changed my colors and I'm not going back to my old ways. So maybe you will benefit from listening to that song by Demi Lovato. Or maybe you're definitely someone who's trying to move on from a person you used to be, you know? And you're saying, I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to gossip the way I used to, or go to the places I used to go, or do the things I used to do, kind of energy. Here we have Judgment, which is more kind of in reverse, so we'll take this. I do feel like you're going to stop doubting your judgment is what's coming through for sure. And stop doubting that this is what you're meant to do. That's kind of what I was getting in the beginning, where it's like you feel like because things aren't happening how they're supposed to, that you're not meant to be a singer. For example, if Chaperone would have been like, oh my gosh, I got dropped from my first label, I'm not meant to be a singer, I'm going to just give up. No, she kept doing what she was doing, bartending, working as a nanny, whatever. And then she got her next big break because she didn't give up. So yeah, she was meant to be a singer, performer. She was meant to be famous, but just not at that time. If you were to keep saying, I'm not supposed to be in the occult, my channel's not getting bigger, my YouTube page is not getting bigger, my Instagram, TikTok page is not getting bigger, I'm not meant to be a witch, I'm not meant to be in the occult, I'm not meant to be spiritual. It's like, yeah, maybe now it's not your time yet, because you haven't started from the beginning maybe. Like I said, you're trying to jump in at the middle of a story, but you have to go back and learn certain things. You have to be a pupil first before you can be a teacher, you know? And that could be what's coming through. You were doubting your judgment. Someone who started from the beginning doesn't doubt their judgment, okay? Is what I'm getting for you guys. So you need to learn to trust in yourself more. And that means starting from the beginning. So there's no need or no sense of imposter syndrome, you know? Because people who are just thrust, I love that word, who the chat together. I'm sorry. People who are thrust into knowledge or thrust into spirituality in the beginning and think that just learning cards makes them a witch or spiritual. This is like wrong. You have to start with the esoteric things, learn where tarot came from, how it came to be, the meaning of the cards, the traditional meaning of the cards. You could turn around and make up your own meaning of the cards the better you get at it, but you can't just start and jump right in the middle and say, oh yeah, I can read tarot, I'm a witch now. That's not how it works. You have to start from the beginning. What is a witch? What happened to them? What were they about? You can't just be calling yourself stuff you haven't done any research in, you haven't done any research in. And because of that, you may feel imposter syndrome because you haven't started from the beginning. You haven't gone to school for it. You haven't, so maybe some of you don't need to, but it does help to learn where things come from, why things are the way they are. Do your own research. It's giving me how people say that now that Trump is in office, or he's not in office yet, but that when he will be, that he's banning specific kinds of books. So now's the time to go and read, what's it called? Teach yourself, nourish yourself with knowledge, because they don't want you to know things. You know what I mean? It's giving the DJ Khaled, he's always like, they didn't want me to win, so I won. Oh, I can't stand him. He was like, major key. And he'd just be dropping knowledge sometimes. It's because he started from nothing to get to where he is now. Some people want to start or hop right into being famous. It doesn't work at that. You have to work towards it, build up towards it kind of energy. So it's like you're going to be starting to trust your own judgment more. But that's what you need to do. This is what you need to do. Start from the beginning. Exactly. The fool's journey. In the tarot, the fool's journey is you starting from scratch, starting from zilch, starting from nada, and moving towards the world. So it's funny how you guys got the end of a cycle and the beginning of a cycle. Start over. Come up with new ideas, Ace of Wands. New hobbies, meeting new friends, experiencing new experiences. Indulging in new experiences, going outside and just going and walking and roaming, going to the library and just reading for the whole day. It's quiet there, you know what I mean? You're going to be around like-minded people. You may meet new people, Nobody goes to the library anymore. I'm talking to myself too. So don't think I'm targeting you. I haven't been to the library in so long. And every time I pass by it, I feel a yearning to go in, but I don't. I started reading from books. Now I read on my phone. Like I said, maybe you're being told to go back to physical books. Because you need, or buy physical books. Build up your library. Because sooner or later, certain books are going to be banned. And as long as you have them in your house already, who coming to take it from you? Oh, I want to see them try. Okay. So like buying stuff, having it on your phone with all this hacking and whatever. You think, oh, I bought the book. It's on my phone. No, anybody could come in and take it, delete it from your phone. You never know. Technology is too fickle, which is why we made books in the first place. So go back to your roots, go back to books, go back to paper, parchment, build up your own library with books you love. Maybe buy some books you already have on your phone, on your, in paper, so you have it, But that's what's coming through. I don't know why that's coming through. I hope it resonates for somebody. That's what you're meant to be focusing on right now. Learning how to trust your judgment. Because your judgment day could be coming soon. It could be coming soon for all of us, y'all. But where you're headed with the Starlight Crystal, insight, clarity, the High Priestess, insight, clarity, intuition, all of that. You're going to have a fierce understanding about where you're meant to go next soon. It's going to be like that. At the Ace of Swords moment where it's just like, oh, wait, I understand now, Or it could be through reading a book. I understand now. Listening to a song, I understand now. I gave plenty of songs. Moral of the Story by Ash. Till Forever Falls Apart by Ash and Phineas. Old Ways, Demi Lovato. Any other songs come through? Me, Myself, and I, Beyonce. That could be what's coming through. And look at how she's listening to music in the car. Oh my freaking gosh, yeah. Listening to more music. Maybe exploring more different music tastes. Going to shows. Because the Judgment card always does kind of give me people praising something. And that's what people are kind of doing at a concert. They love someone and they're going to listen to their music and listen to what they have to say. This could be us, what you're playing, so it's coming through as well. Now back to what I was saying. This could be Us But You're Playing. This could be Us by Ray Sherman or whatever his little group was called. I forget. But it's like you are meant to be someone who is delivering messages from the angels, from the gods, the goddesses, and people are meant to be listening to you, listening to these goddesses through you, listening to God through you. But you're doubting yourself. How can you delay messages or relay messages if you feel like you're not, worthy, or you're imposter? Start from the beginning if you have to, and then you can build a sense of self-worth. Femme fatale, I can do whatever I want. I believe in myself. I'm all that I need. I'm every woman. It's all in me. Okay, I'm done. We have Queen of Cups, healing, intuition, reading, cards, books, whatever resonates for you. But once you do that, you're going to find a sense of peace, of coming home, of finding that thread that will not break, that character that will not waver, that path that will not be, nothing will come and so easily sway you or diverge you from your path, that iron will is what I'm getting. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys for my group ones. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me as my email in the description box below, and we'll go from there. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you watch this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 2s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the zebra jasper, mushroom, you chose the Darkwood Tarot, and the card you guys that help you choose the Queen of Wands, or you chose thumbnail image 2, then welcome to your reading. I don't know why it took so long to do that, so maybe you're taking your time in life right now. You're not rushing. You're stopping to smell the roses. Obviously, this wants to be acting stupid, so maybe you guys didn't see it long enough. Like, aren't these so cute? They're so small. They're so little. I love them. Maybe some of you are so cute, so small, and so little. I don't know. Just spitballing here. Welcome to your reading. Okay, guys, today we're going to be getting into where is your life headed, living situations, love, all of that, what could come through. We're going to get into all of that. And what are you meant to be focusing on right now? So I did a poll on my channel to see if anybody wanted an 11/11 reading using the energy of this 11/11 portal to kind of help you guys propel you forward in your career, finances, love, whatever, life path. And life path wasn't winning when I first did the finance and career reading, which is why you may have seen that one posted first. I'm going to explain it in the reading. I'm like, as of when I'm filming this, career and finances was winning. Now I went back to check afterwards, and life path was winning. So we're going to do that one as well, because why not? So we're going to get into that, okay? Today, I don't know where group 1 went. It was 50-something minutes. So this reading may be that long. If you're going to be sticking around, thank you. I appreciate y'all for real. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because I feel like I've been sitting here for like 30 minutes, and I look, and it's been double that. It doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. I say what I say until the messages are all out. So if you stay for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, however long it ends up being, thank you for watching in general. Why not? I'm going to show my gratitude. Shuffle one more time. I heard I got you. So first I'm going to do an energy check-in to see where you guys are at in your life right now, to see if it resonates. At the bottom of the deck, we have the star card energy. So hope, faith, renewal, that kind of thing. Wishing on a star. So maybe you're being very hopeful that your wishes are coming in. I'm hearing that the ships are rolling in. The ships are coming in. I think that's what people say for when manifestations are happening, or like what you put out into the universe now, it's all coming back in. The ships are coming in. So all your ships are going to be coming in now. You don't know if they were lost at sea, if they made it. If your manifestation is gonna come true at all, but when it starts rolling in, okay, you're doing something right. You're on the right path once your manifestation starts rolling in. Are we taking these? I'll put them back. What energy are my group 2s in right now, please, Spirit? What energy are my group 2s in right now? So they know if they're in the right place, even though I'm hearing they don't need to know. They know already. But okay, heard you. Don't be trying to backtalk me. Don't do that. We have Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, working hard, hardly working. We have Knight of Cups. Interesting. I'm hearing you're being more serious and more mature about your money. So maybe you're spending better, saving more kind of energy, not spending as much as you may have used to. We have the Two of Wands. Okay, you're planning for a future or something. I'm hearing a saying, but it's not coming through right. Yeah, you're getting your ducks in a row. I'm like, what are you trying to tell me? Like, I'm hearing it, but I'm also, it's like, ugh, like, what do you mean, you know? Yeah, you're getting your ducks in a row. You're saving for something, because the Two of Wands represent moving forward. It represents planning for something. So you're planning to move out. You're planning to get a better job. You're planning to go on a trip. You're planning to get married. And all of that takes careful planning, you know? And the last card we have is the Star. Wow. Oh, so she really wanted to come out. Hey, girl. And then finally we have that patience, that renewal, that keeping the faith alive. Because she, she's sitting here with the water there, just like, I just have faith that what I want is coming. It's kind of like manifesting and then leaving it alone, you know? Saying I want something and letting it and releasing it out to the universe and waiting for it to come back to you patiently. You're not like, where is it? Oh my gosh, it's not coming in. Like, you know it's coming and you're just waiting patiently, you know? That could be you. You embarked on something. You asked for something and now you're just waiting for it to come in patiently. You asked for a lover. Now you're worried about work. You're working, minding your business, you know, focusing on yourself, making sure you're good and nice and cute and cool when this person comes in, and you're keeping the faith that they're going to come in, you know? You guys, before I forget, your crystal you guys chose the Zebra Jasper, and the Zebra Jasper is protection, nature, and self-awareness, okay? Protection, nature, and self-awareness. So maybe you guys are spending more time out in nature. It looks like that's what she's doing. She's watching the water come in. She's like, I don't know where you can find that. A tree that connects to water. You could be watching the night sky, looking at the stars a lot, making wishes on your star. I'm hearing starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. Wish I might have the wish I wish tonight. Looking at the stars, looking out at the sea, in the forest, grounding, stuff like that. Spending time in nature. And she's also doing the same thing in the Eight of Pentacles. You found something. You found a tree with all this abundance. You're here trying to, you know, I'm hearing suck it dry. Suck it for all it's worth. You know what I mean? You're working hard, putting in the hours, putting in the time. Make sure you get your money, okay? So you're accumulating funds, saving. I love that for y'all. Or mastering a project you've had. Maybe you're finally seeing a tree you planted long ago sprout. You're seeing the fruits come in, which is the fruits of your labor, harvest. You're seeing the flowers blossom, which is also harvest. It's summertime where it's all about abundance. Nature reference coming through. So you could be someone who's like a hedge witch, or, you know, that kind of energy where you work with animals, you work with plants, you work with nature, Mother Earth, Gaia kind of energy. Or you just like to be surrounded by nature and plants. You didn't really know, but that's like a sign of a specific kind of witch. So you could look into it as well. You could be a kitchen witch as well, but I'm not really getting home. I'm getting outside in the wilderness. So that's what also they're doing here with the Knight of Cups. I'm hearing you're keeping to yourself as well. With the Knight of Cups in reverse. The Knight of Cups is like giving me someone who always has a crush on someone, who's always chasing love, who always trying to find a man or find a woman, be in a relationship. Now you're kind of like good on your own, you know? Like I said, you're like, you waited for that love, you wished for that love, you manifested that love from the universe, from God, you know, from your angels, ancestors, whatever. You wrote it down and burned it. You wrote it down and let it go. You wrote, like, you know, you script in, you're doing something. And now you're just like, I'm not constantly worried or just like chasing love. I'm waiting for it to come and find me, you know? You have a secure attachment surrounding love and money now. You know, even your health is what I'm hearing as well. If something is secure, you finally found some footing or some ground. You've laid the groundwork and now you see things coming in, you know? Like I said, your ships are coming in. So that's what's coming through for your energy check-in. I feel like you're doing more for yourself with the Knight of Cups in reverse. There's still love being given. There's still devotion being given. Spoiling, gifts, dates. But you're doing all that for yourself now. Taking yourself out on dates. Doing picnics by yourself in the park. You know what I mean? All the stuff you would want a partner to do for you, you start by doing for yourself. And that's how you're showing the universe that you're going to show up for yourself. And then they're like, oh, yeah, you can handle a man. Okay, you can handle other people once you are good. and your well-being is good, you can handle someone else's well-being and their moods and their shifts. So that is what is coming through for you guys. You're in a good place in your life. You're hoping against all hope. You're wishing, you're praying, you're manifesting. And it's fun. You're eating healthy. Because she's giving me, these are apples that are on the floor being eaten. So you're taking care of your dome. Maybe you could be eating healthier, exercising more, you know, like I said, just pampering yourself, sleeping better, buying better clothes, buying better products, you know. That's what's coming through for y'all right now. So you're in a good place. And of course, you're being protected as well, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, and you guys got zebra jasper, so there is something here about animals. Maybe you guys are getting a new animal or showing more love to animal you already have. Because right next to her in the star card, I don't think that's an animal, but it seems like something is there. So with protection coming through for the red jasper, there's always somebody there with you. And these two wands being placed where they are and her having like an orb, a glowing orb or something, I do feel like you're timeline jumping or you're passing through dimensions or astral traveling, or you've reached a place where everything just seems to be coming to you, or you've reached the door to a place. So you're at the precipice or you're at the brink of something good. Is it doorway? Like, yeah, you're standing at the doorway when the door's about to be open. You're about to walk into something. It's a vision I'm getting of a doorway and someone stepping in the threshold. Thank you. You're in between worlds right now. Like, you could be in between manifestations where you're letting go of the past while also manifesting the future. And you're at the threshold waiting for it to be solidified, that future you've been asking for, you know? But that's what I'm getting for you guys. Pretty simple, straightforward, energy check-in. So if you chose this group and that manifested, see, look, and that resonated for you. At the bottom, we have the sun. So far, we have the sun and the stars, you know? No moon, no confusion. Just things are bright, happy, cheery. You see things going really well. You're just strolling along on your horse, you know? Basking in the sunshine. Nobody's saying everything is perfect, but you're at a good place. Happiness, joy, victory, success, all of those things. So now we're going to get into the where is your life headed. Let's see what comes through. So where is life headed for my group 2s, please, Spirit? Where their life is headed? Are they on the right path? I heard yes. For group 1, okay, let me not talk about group 1. Okay, for group 2, please. I heard you are on the right path. Let's see what comes through. Where is their life headed, please, Spirit? Where is their life headed? We have 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, no more wishy-washy. No more, what is the way I can say, I could phrase it? Overextending yourself and your energy. A 2 of Pentacles is an energy of, you know, hipping and hopping and trying to find that balance. 2 of Pentacles versus someone who has found that balance. Someone who is kind of getting out of the energy of feeling like everything is like, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this next? Being too busy, you know? Maybe you're entering an era of things being more at ease. And you're not as frantic to where money is coming from, how many hours you're supposed to work. Maybe you're fully settled in a routine you have in your life right now. Because, you know, when you first start working, your body and your life essentially is adapting to a new routine. So it's still in motion, or it's still, I should say, in this liquid state, you know? But then when you finally get in the groove of the routine you're in, you know when to wake up, you know when to, you know what I'm getting? You know when you're going somewhere new or starting a new job and having to travel to a new job, you don't know the exact amount of time it will take to get there. You don't know the exact time you'll have to wake up to be on time every morning because you're still now just going there. You don't know what the commute's going to be like. You don't know what the traffic is on an everyday basis. Because the first day you go, it could be good. The second day you go, it could be bad. The third day you go, it could be all right. You haven't gotten to the groove of things yet, you know? So you're still like, I don't know the perfect time to leave my house to get to work perfectly. But the more you do it, and then months in, you know what the traffic is like on a Monday versus a Wednesday. So you know when to leave your house on a specific day, or just in general to get to work on time. You're not in that influx of information and, you know, change and activity. You're just like, oh, okay, cool. I know I have to get up by 6 o'clock to get to work for 9. Because I know it takes me an hour to get ready and be comfortable in order to leave the house. It takes me 10 minutes to walk here, and it takes me 30 minutes to get there. It takes me another 10 or 5 minutes to get to the job and get settled in. You know, that kind of thing. Where it's no longer like this. It's no longer moving. Now it's in solid form. You're in a solid schedule, in a solid place, you know? Hope that makes sense, child. That's where your life is headed. If it's not there already. Where you're still learning a new routine, and it's finally going to be solidified in the near future. And you see how they came out in reverse and kind of upright? I love that for y'all. We have the Queen of Cups. Yeah. It's like an intuition. You kind of know what to do before you have to do it, or you know what's coming before it comes, you know? You're very much planted. You're no longer in this very solid, how can I say it? Unrelenting state. And I feel like that kind of goes against what I was saying about you being like a solid form. I mean, a liquid form being solid. I do feel like you were solid in the energy check-in. And now I kind of feel you being more malleable, more adaptable is the word that's coming through. So maybe you're doing things out of your comfort zone. You know what I mean? You're in your emotions more kind of vibe. So now that you have the physical and financial side of things settled, now you're working on your emotional well-being, you know, doing things that light you up, make you happy kind of vibe. That's what you're going to be doing anyway, because this is where your life is headed, where you're taking care of your emotional being. The Queen of Cups also takes care of the emotional beings of others. So maybe now that everything's going good with you, you can now help other people do the same, or just give your energy away to people because you're at a grounded state, you know? Yeah, just keep getting science to explain where you're at. Like, you gas was like you all over the place, didn't know what you were going, that you didn't know when you was coming, when you were going. Then we have a liquid state where things are more chill, more flowing. They're not fully cast in stone, set in stone yet. But then we have, when we get to the solid state, things are set in stone. So I do feel like you could be going from a solid state to a liquid state. You're going from a liquid state to a solid state. It may be different for everyone, but there's something here about you gaining more stability in your routine, your schedule. And now that you have that routine and that surety, or not groundedness, I wouldn't say that. Routine, we'll stick with that. Now that you have that routine, you can now start giving your energy to other people again. You can open yourself up. Now that you know, okay, I have to do this, is like, now your schedule is set, you can start adding in more things like activities or friends or love, you know? Now that your money's good and you have that under control, now you can also focus on another part of your life, is what I guess I'm trying to say. Now, here we have the Ace of Cups, and yeah, we have that with the King of Pentacles. So there could be some of that coming through. Reversing of heartbreak. Maybe some of you were going through a heartbreak, and you're coming out of that. That could have been the unstable part of your life that you were in, and now it seems like things are kind of like, you know, easy street again. Three of Swords. And it's funny how out of all the cards that fell out, it was about these four. These kind of fell upright and this fell in reverse. Like, no heartbreak here. You're kind of healing from that, you know? Or just healing in general. Three of Swords isn't always heartbreak. You're just healing yourself in general. You're showing yourself a little more time and attention and care, you know? Spoiling yourself. You're the queen of the castle, and the queen gets whatever she wants, you know? Okay. But yeah, with the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups, maybe you're like dipping your toe back in the dating scene because you got over a heartbreak, or a back and forth, or a long-term connection. Maybe some of you were hung up on someone, maybe, and you were always like, do I still want them? Do I not want them? They were still an option. Now or are they not? Now you're finally like, they're gone. I'm over it. I'm done with them. I'm moving on, you know? Or you know, you were grappling between two jobs and you finally chose one job. Now you're in the routine of that job and there's no more worrying about another job and there's no more stress. So now you can fully open yourself up and start enjoying the job you have now because you're not worried about, did I make the right decision? Did I choose the right one? Yes, you did. You figured that out. And now you're kind of like, okay, cool. Now I can kind of fully like relax, breathe. Breathe with me, group 2. Breathe with me. Stretch with me, then breathe with me. You know, let out that breath of, okay, not everything's going well. No, yeah, you're very less frantic than you used to be, maybe. But yeah, like I said, now you can kind of like, okay, I have my job now. I'm settled in my job. I'm not going to lose it. I'm not scared that I made the wrong decision. I made the right choice. I like this job. We're here. And now I'm like, okay, now I can start thinking about other stuff. Maybe you were saving up for a house and you getting this new job was able to allow you to start looking for other houses or looking for other places. You know, maybe you were saving up for months on end for a vacation. Now you're settled in your job. Maybe now you have some vacation days. Maybe now you can kind of go on a vacation, treat yourself to something, you know. Maybe you were saving up for a specific kind of perfume or a car or something, and now you're finally able to make those moves towards something that will make you happy emotionally, you know. Also intuitively, you know things are good. Or intuitively you know it's time to move on to the next step or make, you know, get bigger and better or something like that, you know. But the Ace of Cups is definitely giving someone reaching out to you and giving you something, you meeting someone. I'm hearing a meet cute kind of vibe. It's an offering from the universe for more. Look, the cup is already overflowing and this bird is coming to give a coin, like more. Maybe a raise is coming in your you know, maybe you're getting a raise. Birds also represent messages. Hands reaching out of clouds represent messages. So you could be getting a message from someone, a gift from someone, an offer from someone to take you on a date, maybe, with the coin and the cup coming through in one card. The Ace of Pentacles is like a solid offer. The bird is carrying this Ace of Pentacles from someone and it's pouring into or adding to your already hefty cup. So you poured all this love into yourself. Now you're happy. You're at a good place in life. And now you're able to finally call in this relationship you've been calling in. You know, you've been wanting this emotional safety. You've been wanting this security, you know, from someone else. I feel like you already have that with yourself. Now you can finally manifest that with someone else, and that's what's coming in your life. That's what you're manifesting, you know, or whatever that emotional stability represents for you. It could be a house, because we have, like I said, a pentacle represents something you can hold and touch and feel. And that's being brought to your realm of emotions, you know. The Three of Swords is like healing as well. Maybe this person's going to be healing what you thought was something you deserved in relationships and something you really don't, you know. Healing that inner child or healing that broken part of you that thought, I don't deserve this kind of love, kind of vibe, you know. You've healed that emotional wound and now you're getting that in real time in the 3D where, okay, how can I explain this right? Your last relationship was a train wreck. You took time for yourself, healed yourself, got your life together, you're working, making your own money, pouring into yourself, you're happy, okay? Now you have a relationship that's going to come in and seal the balm of that, or heal that balm, or heal the wound. It's going to be the balm to the wound that the person may have left behind. Yes, you did heal it, but now this person's coming in to reinforce that scar, you know. It could be, first of all, the person left a very jagged, nasty scar, for example, in your life, and this person's coming in to fully they're going to be the why can't I explain this properly? Okay, so let's change up the tactics. Yes, you got a big jagged scar on your leg and you've been saving up for plastic surgery to get rid of the scar for good, or LASIK laser surgery, who knows, whatever. And this person is coming in to be that plastic surgery you need to fully make sure that wound is gone you know? So a person you were with last time left a big jagged scar, or yeah, a wound, an open wound. You heal the wound, but the wound they left behind left a scar. This person that's coming in to give you something, or this house, this car, whatever you're getting or acquiring, is the final step to get rid of the scar for good, to make sure you never realize it was even there. So the person before left the scar, the person coming in is, the scar's already healed. You healed it yourself. This person coming in is coming in to fully remove the scar. They're the plastic surgery you would need to make the scar like it wasn't even there. I hope that makes sense. Because they're not healing the scar. You already healed it yourself, but they're coming in to fully get rid of it, to reinforce that it's healed, to make sure it never has to be splayed open again, you know? And look, oh my gosh, we have the bird coming out the pentacle, and then we have a king of pentacles. What do you mean? Exactly. He's coming in to reinforce those. You lock the door at night at your house, this person's going to go around the house and make sure, reinforce those locks, and make sure they're actually locked. You know? How cute. I like this. A man in the house kind of person, you know? Making sure you're safe, protecting your... And then look, we have the zebra jasper's protection. So you're attracting a self-aware, protective, very natural, because we have the pentacle, and pentacle represents nature. So someone who loves nature, they're very self-aware and they're very protective of you. Is the person you could be calling in, okay? They're going to be the king of pentacles, the big, strong protector to your nice, soft, feminine queen of cups, if that makes sense, you know? So this is like coming through, it's like a love energy to heal and reinforce those boundaries you may have put up from the last person, you know, to make sure you're fully actually healed and you can handle a healthy relationship. Because the way I'm trying to say it is not making sense, and they're trying to reinforce that the scar is closed, to heal it even more, to get rid of it completely. Okay, boom. What else is coming through for my group 2s, please, Spirit, in their life? Where is their life headed? What's coming through? I'm hearing you're finally letting go of something or someone for good. So my group 2s, please, Spirit, what is coming through for them? Where is their life headed, please? Nothing, nothing. Where's their life headed? Please, Spirit, where's their life headed? We have the 6. We have 2 cards. We have the 8 of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. See? If it comes out. Look, you have the Devil in reverse. Ooh, that almost scared me the way it jumped out, too. Yeah, you make it a test before this person comes in, to make sure that the things you have been working on in yourself, in your love life, whatever, are fully healed. They may come in and try to poke the wound, and if the wound is healed, it's not going to hurt anymore, you know? So like if you come in and maybe you had a problem with boundaries in the past, you know, guys taking up all your energy, consuming your everyday kind of energy, that person in the past broke your heart, and now you kind of healed that, left that person in the past, spent some time on your own. Now there's going to be a test coming in to make sure that those boundaries you've been working so hard on stay up, you know, and they may be the person that sticks around or the person that comes in before the person that will stick around, you know, because the Devil card is something that was keeping you trapped. So there's something here about you being tested with this new person to make sure you're actually able to be in a healthy relationship with them, because they're self-aware. They're going to hold you accountable. Are you going to hold yourself accountable? If you don't, they're going to leave, and that proves that you're not, you know, you're not ready for a healthy relationship still. If you can hold yourself accountable and hold them accountable as well, then somebody doing you wrong, you got to be like, excuse me. Nah. If they're treating you bad, you leave, and they know they can never treat you bad, and the next person comes in, they're going to treat you good, because you're treating yourself as if you're the prize. You're letting this bird come to you and give you a pentacle. You're letting this person come and pick you up, come and ask you out kind of vibe, you know, show you that they deserve you. Yeah, putting in that work as a King of Pentacles does. Yeah, okay. The Devil is definitely the complete opposite of what you've been used to. The 3 of Swords and the Devil, if it would have came out upright, it's like you're attracting more of the same. Here you're attracting less of the same. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Swords. So the end of something. The end of something is afoot. We're at the end of something. We're going to be at the beginning of something else. So you did go through an end in your life. Is definitely the vibe that I'm getting. So I'm going to put these cards to the side and get some cards from this deck to see what else is coming through for you guys. Where are you headed? Oh, this is a very kind soul. This is a very kind, generous person. I'm here. They don't take any mess. They're very kind. Because look, if you look at his nice smile. I'm hearing congenial. Maybe this is like someone who's like very friendly, very open about how they feel. Someone's like very smiley. Someone who's very nice. Someone who's very caring, very generous, you know. With their time and their energy, like I said, they at your house staying over and you're making sure your doors is locked. They're gonna go and do another sweep through the house to make sure all the doors are locked, the windows are closed, you know, because they want to make sure that you're safe and you're protected, you know. If this King of Pentacles, you're not looking for love, you're already in a relationship. This King of Pentacles represents you being the boss of your own life, okay? When it comes to your finances, maybe you demand a raise, you know? You demand to be given what you deserve, what you're worth, you know? And that's basically, it resonates for either a relationship or a job. You're asking for what you deserve in this next thing that's coming into your life. You're going to get a new house, okay? A new car, a new relationship, something like that, because of the hard work you put in with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups coming out under each other. You kept that intuition, was that star waiting for your ships to come in, but you were also working hard while keeping that faith, and because of that, you're getting what you want, you know? You're doing the opposite of what you used to do. We're just helping your manifestation come in faster. Jeez Louise, that was fast. What? We have blank? That's rude. So anything is possible. There is an energy here of anything is possible. Your future is not set in stone. You can still change your manifestation. Anything is possible. I'm hearing anything is possible at this point. Your life is no longer in a box. You're not placing yourself in a box of either or, this or that. It's I want it all. I want it all. I want it. You know that you want it. What? The fame and the fortune and all. I want it all. And then in that song, they're also like Paris, Tokyo, Buenos Aires, like New York. Like they're trying to take over the world. In that song, I Want It All from High School Musical with Sharpay and Ryan, where it's like, I want to be the biggest star the world has ever seen. I want to travel to Paris, Tokyo, London, New York, Buenos Aires, like all those places. I want to travel. So like I said, you could be saving to travel as well. Because this bird is also giving me like bringing money to like a piggy bank or something. So you're saving up. Here we have Rebel. Challenges authority to affect social change, reject spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. See? So yeah, there was something here about the way you were manifesting before that wasn't getting you what you wanted, and now you're kind of rebelling against that and doing things your own way, you know? Because sometimes so I'm getting the vibe of, okay, you were someone who were seeing all of these different manifestation methods, the 1, 2, 3, the law of this and the law of that, the 3, 6, 9 method, the scripting method. There's a bunch of them out there. You were seeing all those methods and you were trying each and every one of them, but it wasn't working for you. But you were meant to find your own specific way. You could blend the two together. You could script while having a candle lit that specifically ties into what you want to manifest. Pink for love, red for passion and drive and motivation. We have purple for intuition, you know. We have yellow for happiness and abundance, that kind of thing. Green for money and abundance, you know, specific candles for that thing. Sit there, light your candle, and then script what you want to come out. So you have the power of fire and you have the power of writing and letting go of your emotions and what you would want to happen. The 369 method, you know, light a candle, write those down, kind of like just different things. Maybe you needed a mix of those things. Maybe you needed your own specific thing. Everybody manifests things in their own way. Some people want it, ask for it, and let it go. That could be what you were meant to do. And not just sit there and obsess over it and write it down every single day, you know. Just ask for it and continue living your life and wait for it to come in patiently, you know. And it was as simple as that for you. There was no need for you to be doing 369 or scripting or whatever. You could still do that along the way, but doing it obsessive, like, oh my gosh, the more you do it, the faster it's going to come in. No. Not everybody's meant to manifest in the same way. So you're rejecting what everyone else was telling you to do and how to manifest. And then you started finding your own way to do it. And it's been working for you. So where's their life headed? Or that's what's going to be coming for you. You're going to be challenging the authority and doing things your own way. And I'm hearing that song. I'm hearing a lot of Disney songs for you guys. So you could be Disney fans. I gotta say what's on my mind. Something about us doesn't feel right these days. Life keeps getting in the way. I gotta go my own way in High School Musical. So maybe some of you did break up with someone and decided you have to go your own way. The cute thing about that movie is they ended up back together in the end of the movie. So that could be a sign for someone here. Maybe you did assert boundaries and say, I can't be with you because you're not doing what I asked you to, or you're not respecting me, and you leave. This person heals a little bit and they come back more mature, and now you're able to give them a second chance because you are getting like if you hold those boundaries firm, this person will see, oh, she's serious, I have to change for real. And then they do change, and it leads to you guys having a better, healthier relationship. It could be you broke up with someone because they weren't respecting your boundaries, and because you did that, you're getting someone who will respect your boundaries. It's going to be different for everyone, you know? But some of you could end up back with that same person you let go because they learned that, hey, I guess I have to do this to be with them, you know? And they matured and healed in the same way you were doing, you know? And sometimes in some reasons I always hear, in order for your person to heal faster, you have to heal too. So that's what you were doing. You were focusing on yourself and not worried about what they were doing. You were focusing on you. And because you did that, this person was able to focus on themselves and heal as well. And it's like, now you guys are both healed, that kind of thing. That could resonate or it won't. Take what resonates. But yeah, that song, I gotta go my own way. Basically, in that song from High School Musical 2, Troy invited all his friends from the school to a summer destination spot that Sharpay originally just offered him. He was like, I'm not going unless my friends and my girl is going. She was like, fine, whatever. Now, the boys all had jobs in the kitchen, and so did the girls as well. But somewhere along the line, Troy started hanging out with Sharpay more, and she was introducing him to all these famous, nice, rich people, and he was abandoning his friends. He wasn't working in the kitchen anymore. He was going to rich, fancy lunches with basketball players and all this kind of stuff. And anytime he would make plans with Gabriella, he would ditch her. Until she was like, no. I know you didn't invite me here for a summer of love and fun and working and, you know, making money while falling even more deeply in love, to ditch me to further your career or just do all these things. Nobody's saying you can't do that, but invite me. Put me on. How about that? Okay? So eventually she was like, yeah, I'm gonna head out. And did. And then she came back because he got his act together. Okay? So look. Sometimes you gotta leave people near dust for them to realize they lost what they lost and get it together. Some people are irredeemable, okay? But yeah, somebody wasn't acting right, child. You kick them to the curb. And you're getting someone who's better, or you're getting that same person back, acted as they should, acting right, okay? Look, we have Midas, Miser, Hero, Heroine, and God. Wow. I'm going to put them back because that's too many. I just wanted one, honestly. Can I get only one more card, please? Where is my group 2 headed in their life? Please. Not 4 coming out now. I just want one. Hero, Heroine. So that's when I was meant to come out. I love when that happens. Okay. It came out in reverse. Let's read the shadow attribute. escapism and a false sense of heroism, okay? So for hero and heroine, we have passion for a journey or of personal development. Exactly what I got in the beginning of the reading. You're on a journey of personal development. Beautiful. And I feel like in the song, she was like, the more that we try, the more we seem to slowly fade away or drift away. And she was like, I'm leaving today because I gotta do what's right for me. We'll be okay. I've got to move on and be who I am. I just don't belong here. I hope you understand. And she was like, yeah, I'm out of here, child. And that was her rebelling against him and their connection, because I know that movie will forever piss me off. Like, I know you ain't invite my good sis Gabriella, the one who was, you know, and she was even doing this, you see? That's the same thing that was happening in the first movie, too, if you've seen High School Musical 1, where he was hiding the relationship and not wanting to introduce her to his friends, and she was basically skirting all her responsibilities, and he was the one reaping all the benefits. She wasn't going to her smart team anymore. Her it wasn't chess team. It was something, I forget, the mathletes, the science people, whatever. She stopped going to them and was just hanging out with him and skirting all her responsibilities, putting him first above her and her life. And what ended up happening? He embarrassed her. And so sickening. But yeah, and she had to be like, no, leave. And he had to come and ask her to forgive him. And then we have the next school year where everything's going good and it's the end of the year. And then they go and he invites her to go be with him, just for him to turn around and do the same things again. And she was like, no. I refuse. And she left. And then the third movie, he ends up like not going to his dream school, and he starts making some constellations for her, which as he should, because she was the one doing all of it in the first two movies. But anywho, where was I going with this? I don't remember. But yeah, let me get some cards from this deck here. It's like, yeah, personal development, putting yourself first, honestly. It's as simple as that. Stop trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho when she's the one who came back to call back because he begged her to come back and sing with him, and she was just doing whatever he wanted and she wasn't getting a jap in return, except embarrassed, until she finally started to assert her boundaries. She was like, no sir, we're not gonna do this. And two cards fell on the floor, so I'm gonna get them. We have a Gape, the Mirror, and the Maiden. Interesting. So there's something about you doing things that shock people, that will shock the people in your life, maybe. We have a Gape, yeah, because that's like your mouth is a gape. We have the Maiden, then we have the Mirror. So certain things you're interesting. So when we get the Mirror, there's something here about something being reflected back to you, you know, maybe what I always think about when I get a Mirror card or something is like the things that someone is doing that you don't like, they're being reflected back to you, so you can heal those things in yourself as well. So that could be what's coming through. But I'm going to reshuffle these, and if they want to come back out, they will, the same way I saw the hero heroine come back out. So where are they headed, please? My group twos. That was a ghetto shuffle. Where are they headed? And it's like you guys both on your own journeys of self-development, and where they're going to reach each other at the top. They're completely separated by a big old mountain, but if they keep going and they keep doing what they have to do, focusing on themselves, they're going to meet at the tippy top of the mountain when they've reached a success, when they've reached this state of settling, this settlement that, like I was talking about for you guys, like life is good, you know? When you guys both reach that phase, then you'll find each other again, which just could be, because look, they're almost there. I love that. Two people that were separated, they're going to find their way back to each other. Because you guys did what you needed to do, what was best for you guys. So where is my group two's life headed? Where is their life headed? After this part of the reading, we're going to get into what are you meant to be focusing on right now. Okay? So my group twos, please spirit my group twos. We have the Nectar. And we have the Seed. What you not gonna do? The kiss. I'm gonna keep that one, because yeah. That confirms the romantical energy I was getting from this reading. It's not 100% romantic, because it does take some work, or it will take work for you to put into this, for this to become something more, for you to find this person or meet them, you know. But I was getting some romantic energy, so we're going to keep it there. We have the seed, and then we have the kiss. So with the nectar, life is sweet, life is good, nectar is good. What? It's like drinking juice, you know. It's like a treat, you know. You can't drink juice all the day, every day. You can't drink soda all day, every day. It's the sweetness of life. It's what the nectar is kind of giving me, you know. The flower in the middle, we have a hand, we have a bead. Yeah, there's something here about life getting sweet. That's where life is headed. It's getting sweet, and it could have to do with a kiss. It could be a kiss, start with a kiss. And then we have the seed. You're planting something with someone. Interesting. So where your life is headed, I don't know. You're starting a new relationship. Is what's coming through for me heavily. Where you're putting behind all those negative things that you used to do in old or past relationships, and you're finally becoming someone who can showcase the new person you become, the healed version of you. You know. You're gonna find someone who brings out the best in you. Let me read from the book what these say. I mean, they're pretty straightforward. You have a kiss coming through in your life, where it's headed. If you haven't had a kiss in a long time, then that is extra special meaning for you. If you be kissing someone every other day, hey, you get another kiss. But this is specifically for my people who are single. I feel that's the energy that was coming through strong. Standing tall in your own energy, on your own, calling in what you want. Being a rebel, going against what people are telling you to do, doing what feels comfortable and right for you. It's kind of like, not people pleasing at all. Being selfish. Then we have the hero and heroine. You found a passion for your own personal development, a passion for your own life to go well, for you to put and invest energy into yourself. That's what's coming through very heavily in this group. So we're going to start off with the nectar, because that came out first, I believe. And the nectar is a tool, 181. The nectar, the medicine, the elixir, the garden. See, so like I said, I was talking about that for you guys, right? Something about being in nature and outside. Yeah. We have, in Hindu mythology, there is a miraculous substance known as amrit, or nectar, that contains infinite healing power. This golden nectar, or sacred elixir, is the drink of immortality, and like its sister substance, soma, is known to activate subtle, intelligent forces that ease the mind, body, and spirit. Though esoteric, these images lead us to the central energy of this archetype, the sweet, potent, heavenly essence that lubricates our spirit back to life. Not lubricates. Some sexy time coming through as well. Where were we? The nectar card calls us to identify and relish in places, practices, people, and activities that regenerate and heal. Medicine is needed, and it comes in subtle form that you may be overlooking. Seek the most sensuous, fragrant flower in the garden you have forgotten. Don't underestimate the remedy. It is said when someone has activated the substance within it, it is reflected in their shimmering eyes. And what the heck came through the mirror? Okay, so you're finding your exact mirror. You're happy, you're stable, you're settled. You're finding someone who's the exact same. You know, you're self-aware, you're very protective, or you're protected. You know what I mean? You're finding someone who's the exact same, you know? Yeah, you could find this person out in nature. That could be a message for somebody. But when light is glowing, relaxed, and subtle illumination, so you're glowing in life right now. Maybe some of you are pregnant, will be pregnant, want to become pregnant, and that is a confirmation for some of you. Because when pregnant women are pregnanting, they're, I'm hearing the quickening. So if some of you are pregnant, you are in the phase, and the quickening is when you start feeling the baby kick and move. So yeah, maybe some of you are pregnant or want to become pregnant. Okay, so yeah, life is good, nectar, life is sweet, and all that kind of stuff. But it says a sweet heavenly essence. So it calls you to identify and relish in places, practices, people, and activities that regenerate and heal. That's what you've been doing so far. And in doing that and going places that you love, doing things you love, you will find this person. So like I said, you guys are nature people. You may find this person out doing things that you love. So do that if you're looking for love in particular. If not, it just means you're going to be doing more things that you love. Lubricating your spirit back to life. Whoo, child. Funny. Okay. The next thing we're going to get into is the seed. Okay, we're going to save the kiss for after. The seed would be a tool, I believe. And the seed is 197. Now, the seed, the beginning, the origin, the pearl. Now, beginnings come in many forms. They are not always a beautiful seed planted intentionally in nourishing soil. Origin stories, like any birth story. Yeah, some of y'all having a baby. Stop it. You're gonna be with this person. Sorry. Origin stories, like any birth story, are complex, surprising, multi-layered, and usually reveal a central image or detail that represents the fully formed being. So you guys are becoming fully formed. Simply stated, the end is present in the beginning, or the entire oak tree resides within the acorn. Whether you follow this imaginal theory or not, know that when this card appears, there is potent generative energy all around. It stirs your very insides and usually results in an antsy, impatient feeling. So you guys could be feeling this right now. Old wounds could be coming up is also what I'm hearing. But you guys are both working on yourselves at mirroring energy, which I should have realized when I saw this. Which I think I did say. You guys are both working on yourselves. When you're finished, you're going to meet each other at the top. And look what they're doing. They're hiking in the mountain. Mountain climbing. Go mountain climbing. Or whatever it's called. Do a hike up a mountain. You may find this person, like I said, outside in the wilderness. Yeah, that is coming through very heavily as well. Yes, it stirs your very insides and results in the antsy, impatient feeling. Pay particular attention to what agitates you, as it is a sure sign of growth to come. You are bumping against a growth edge. It is from the grit that the pearl eventually comes to be. Wow. So yeah, something is beginning in your life right now. Or it's going to get sweeter, I heard. Okay, sweeter. Wow. And the seed, when light, generative, fertile, germinating, and building. Didn't I say germinating? I believe I did. I'm not sure. But yeah, you're building your perfect life, and on the way you're going to meet someone. But I do feel like aside from that, I'm not going to make too much about love and romance. It's giving that you're putting in the work it takes to do that while your person's out there doing the same thing. They're mirroring you. You know, you guys are mirroring each other. Now we're going to go into the kiss and see where that is. That might be an initiation. No. Where is the kiss? And I'm hearing just a kiss on your lips in the moonlight. Just a touch of the fire burning so bright. I don't want to mess this thing up. I don't want to push too far. Just a shot in the dark that you just might be the one I've been waiting for my whole life. But baby, I'm alright with just a kiss. Good night. That is just a kiss by Lady Antebellum. And I was hearing it when I was seeing this card, but I didn't want to, like I said, make it too romantic and lovey-dovey. But that's what's coming through. That song is like just a touch of the fire burning so bright. I don't want to mess these things up. I don't want to push too far. Just a shot in the dark that you just might be the one I've been waiting for my whole life. So, baby, I'm all right with just a kiss goodnight. So, I'm okay with this night just ending with a kiss because I know it is a kiss. It is the beginning of things to come. It is a start, you know, the seed of things to come. There's no need for me to rush things in this relationship or in this kiss because I know it is the sign of things that are coming, you know, or just the beginning of what's to come. That's what I think I was trying to say. I was saying in every way but that. Dag. So the kiss is the tools. Interesting. 185. The kiss, the touch, the chemistry, the sex. Okay, period. Before our first kiss, the air is electrified. Each breath is alive with possibility. Like I said, look, just a kiss, and I don't have to, I don't want to push this too far because this kiss is the beginning of what's to come. It says it. Each breath is alive with possibility and magic. What will their lips be like? Their tongue? Do they want me in return? Ooh, stop it. The archetypal energy of the kiss is heightened sensation of merging with other, of letting in what moments ago was separate. Two become one. It is risky but beautiful business. These moments forever change us as we move past the solitary self towards union and acceptance. Exactly. One becomes two. You're finding a person. I don't know what else to say. Sorry. This card suggests true intimacy is around the corner, which requires bravery and surrender. When the kiss takes a non-human form, it may be experienced as touching the sacred, hearing a whisper, or being graced by a divine being. You will recognize the presence of the kiss by cold chills and an awakening of the heart. When light, sensual expressiveness, merging and inviting. Now, for the things in red, we're going to read the red portion because I feel called to it. Intimacy is multi-layered and requires our reflection. Revisit what you consider to be sensual, taboo, acceptable, and shameful. Revisit. And what was the seed saying? Germinating, going over past things, you know? So when things start feeling a little uncomfortable, it means that that's a sign of change to come, you know? But yeah, something's changed. If you've been feeling more sensual, you know, you've been feeling more needy, more wanton, that kind of energy, that's the sign this person's getting close. Your body's getting ready for them to come into union with them. Ooh, this is juicy. Okay. Wow. And on this side, it says, write down the story of your first kiss. What was changed in that moment? What was I saying about writing things down and scripting, finding a new way to manifest something? So just if you are feeling restless and, you know, you're feeling a little impatient, like I said, that's a sign that things could be coming in, but it could also be a sign that just release that energy. It's a pent-up energy that needs to be released. If you can't release it with someone, release it by writing it down at least, you know? Anyway, okay, but there's some intimacy, some touch, and some chemistry coming through, which is why you could be feeling more restless. But like I said, you guys are almost there because you guys are both almost at the top of the mountain. And now mountain is coming through by, I forget her name. Fauza, F-A-O-U-Z-I-A, I think is how you spell her name. Don't quote me on that. But it's something like that. If you spell it close enough, she'll come up, I'm pretty sure. But yeah. Something is coming. Just a kiss. It starts with a kiss, guys. You guys are both being the hero and heroine in your own story. You're being your own. It's kind of like when we're reading a romance story, right? And we start off by meeting the person, the hero, the heroine on their own, by themselves. And then we get to see the story of them falling in love in the book. But they start off by themselves. Then we get to see them meet cute. We're there for the first kiss. We're there for the first bleep, boop, boop, boop. And then we're there for the rest of the things that come up, the ups and downs, all of that. But it starts with us meeting them on their own, by themselves, living life, okay? But yeah, now we're going to get into what are you meant to be focusing on right now? I guess before this person comes in. Because it's about to get sweet. And I love how we have the kiss and we have nectar. I'm hearing like sipping nectar from a flower, and that's what I meant to say. I remember when I was younger and I used to live in Florida, my friends used to say, if you pick up the proper flower, you will be able to taste nectar. So you like kind of pull off a specific part of the flower and eat that part, or like run it between your lips, you know, and you would taste nectar. And that's what we used to do as kids in Florida. But like I said, there is something here about nature with you guys. It's the flowers, those keep coming up. You know, that kept coming up, I should say. So, yeah, be the sweet nectar. So this person's breath could be, you know, nice. They could taste sweet to you. And that's the sign of good chemistry, when someone tastes sweet to you. So what are you meant to do? Don't overthink. Don't be so closed off. What are they meant to be focusing on right now, please, my group 2? What are they meant to be focused on right now? We have the 9 of Swords. We have the 9 of Wands. Wow, 9. Yeah, those at the end of something. If you find yourself just overthinking about certain things, it's like, you know, find that peace in that is coming with the Nine of Swords coming through. If you find yourself up at night anxious, that's like that excess energy that has nowhere to go, that build up that anticipation, if you will. We have the Nine of Wands, not giving up. Yeah, when you start overthinking, don't give up, keep going. That's what you're meant to do right now. What are you meant to be focusing on right now? Persevering through the bad thoughts. And I will hold you through the panic attacks. That song is coming through. I haven't got that song in a minute. Look, we have the Two of Cups, Three of Wands, the Empress, the Ten of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. Where did these come from, honestly? I mean, I'll take them. I think this is what's to come. The Two of Cups is happening. Right now, you're not in union, but the union is coming. Okay, right now there's not movement. You guys aren't meant to be together yet, but it's coming with these two coming out in reverse. Here we have the Empress, and look, she's pregnant. What was I saying about fertility and pregnancy and having babies? There's something here about you being in this very attractive energy when this person comes in, which is why they're being attracted to you. And like I said, you just wait, and your manifestation is coming. Ten of Pentacles, you being in this Empress, being pregnant leads to house and home. You find that stability with someone, that family unit. And then we have the Page of Pentacles, which could be a baby being born, because pages do represent new beginnings, messengers, kids. Okay, so yeah, your story's being told through the card. I just want one more though. Emperor, wow. And the Empress was not, did we not just see the Empress? Okay, stop playing. What are you meant to be focusing on this Emperor? What you would like him to be like? What, like, you know, just think about this person a lot. What you, like, even if it means scripting them, not giving up, but not being too anxious about it either. If I had a man, if I had a woman, what would they be doing? How they act, how they look. Just focus on that. You know, I do feel like there's like some energy around. There's energy for you guys, like very, like, you know, sexual, very, you know, sensual energy surrounding you as of late, with the nectar, the kiss, and the seed. All of these are giving raunchy. If you look at them in an adult manner, the seed, what do you call a seed? Seeds help babies grow. A man's seed. Okay, we have nectar, a woman's nectar. Oh my gosh, between the legs. Yes, and a kiss starts these things. It starts with a kiss. Oh, guys, stop playing. It starts with a kiss. And you need some seed, you need some nectar, lubrication, which was coming through in one of these cards. Stop playing in my face. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have Nine of Cups. Wow. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. So something you have been wishing for is coming in really soon, guys. Like, because you're almost at the top. Oh, this is so cute. And I do feel like you're aware that something is coming in. You just don't know when. You don't know the who, the when, the why, the where, but you feel it. So if you've been feeling like some sensual energy lately, just, you know, do some, I wanted to say do some masculine things because the Emperor is here, but just keep doing what you're doing. Be in control of your life, taking care of yourself, you know, making sure you're ready to have a partner when they do come in. Because when they come in, it's, we saw the Empress, the Ten of Pentacles, and Page of Pentacles. It's giving meeting you, getting you pregnant, or getting married, getting you pregnant, having a baby. It's happening quickly. This Emperor is just, it's on their way. There's not much you have to do. You know what I mean? But focus on this love. Like I said, what are you meant to be focusing on right now? Thinking of this person, I guess. Like I said, what you want them to do, how you want them to treat you, what you want them to look like, how do you want them to play your body, you know, all that kind of stuff. How juicy. I kind of want to get into who this person's going to be, but there's too many of y'all here to do all that. Like, I got into it with the King of Pentacles. This person is going to be like, they could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They are someone who's very generous, someone who's very sweet, someone who's very gentile or genteel, whatever. Someone who's very gentle. Someone, I didn't want to say congenial. I don't know what that means, right? I think I do, but I don't know if I'm using it the right way. But someone who's very approachable, you know, someone who's nice to you. Because King of Pentacles can be a little intimidating or closed off, standoff. It's giving the silent but strong type, strong but silent kind of energy. That's the kind of person you're attracting. They're the protector, the Emperor to your Empress. they're the King of Pentacles to your Queen of Cups. You can be very soft and open and emotional and sweet, and they're going to be this big leader. I'm going to take care of you kind of energy, you know? Not the Queen of Pentacles. You got to take care of them back. They want to just take care of you, you know? But you can take care of them, I guess, if you want. I don't know. It's up to you. But I hope this reading resonated. I'm going to stop because I'm getting fully now. And they're holding hands. This is just so sweet. Maybe this could be coming in at the next, what is this, crescent moon? There was just one a few days ago, I'm not gonna lie. No, just yesterday. Because I was walking home from work and my friend was like, well, I feel like the moon is following us. The moon could be following you, or the moon is small right now, you know, so you're gonna meet this person soon, maybe, you know? I don't want to, you know, get people too, you know, hyped up and it doesn't happen. So just, you know, just keep living your life. Doing what you're doing right now is perfect, because the Emperor is essentially what you've been doing in the energy check-in. So just keep doing that and you'll be fine, okay? You're close to them, which is why you're feeling these energies if you are feeling them. Because I feel like you are. Let me know. But anyway, yeah. Hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading from me, you could always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you watch this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next video. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 3s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot, you chose the red aventurine mushroom. I hope you can see it and it's focusing. You chose a card. That was the card to help you choose the 9 of Pentacles. Or you chose thumbnail image number 3. Then you're in the right place. Or you chose the number 3. Who knows how you got here? Who knows how you got here? Welcome. Today we're going to be going over where is your life headed, okay? What's going on, what's coming in, you know, what's going out kind of energy. And then when we're done getting into that, we're going to get into what are you meant to be focusing on right now, okay? I do feel like what you're meant to be focusing on right now kind of follows really well with what's coming, you know, or where your life is headed. I did a poll on my channel to how to use to see if you guys wanted me to even do a reading about 1111, and I did a poll for love life. I did a poll for career and finances, and then the third option was life path, you know. And at first, your career and finances was winning, which I did a reading, which is why I did a reading about that first. But then the next one, life path started winning. Okay, I'm just leave it like that. I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay. So we're doing that. So we're gonna do. We did both. We did finance and career. So if you're interested in that, go watch that one on my channel. And if you're not, we can just stick with this life path one. So we're gonna get into it. Okay. But we're going to start with the energy check-in. So there's an energy check-in, then where your life is headed, then, you know, what you can do, what you need to focus on right now. So it's going to be, I don't know how long it's going to be. Group 1 was 50-something minutes. Group 2 was, I'm not sure how long it was, but I think it was about the same or maybe a little longer. And then this one is however long it's going to be. So just prepare to stick around for a good minute. I do feel like based on how many timestamps you, or how many thumbnails you see and the time of the reading, you can kind of discern or ascertain how long it's going to be. Okay, so you guys chose the red aventurine, and it represents motivation, courage, and passion. Okay, so you guys chose this little mushroom here. Maybe you guys are traveling to London. I don't know what kind of accent that was. It kind of gives me, you chose this little mushroom here. It's giving like, I can't remember what kind of accent it's supposed to be. But maybe because some of you could be traveling, you could be from there. And if you are, I'm so sorry I butchered that. I love doing some accents, so what you're gonna do is hear that on this channel every once in a while, okay? So yes, you chose the red aventurine. It said courage, passion, and motivation, and then the card you guys chose was the 9 of Pentacles. And 9 of Pentacles is kind of about that. It's about the sitting back and looking at all the things you've accomplished, essentially, you know, on your own, because it's like a very single energy. You're a single bachelor, bachelorette kind of phase in your life. You're sitting back and looking at the sunset on everything you've accomplished in your life. You know, money's going good. You know, you're drinking fancy wine kind of energy. You know what I mean? A little bit similar to group 2. So you may have felt called a group 2. Where you're watching all your ships roll in, your ships come in, your money come in, you know, your comforts come in. the things that you've always wanted kind of come in, because Nine of Pentacles is like the other half, but not as potent as Nine of Cups energy, where your things are coming in. Nines are just essentially the end of cycles. It's like the you're nearing the end, you know. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords. Some of you could be taking a break from something, work, school. You're on vacation. You're vacationing in London, in England. I'm hearing some of you could be thinking about moving there, especially after this election, child. And look at how we have the most freaking English-looking person at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, there's something about that. I know I wasn't bugging. Somebody here is either from London or England or United Kingdom. I don't even know what I'm shuffling for. Interesting. Or you plan to visit there, or you want to move there. Now, we're going to do an energy check-in for you guys. And the card that I saw was the Eight of Swords. There could be an energy of overthinking, keeping yourself trapped in a box, not thinking you're good enough, victim mentality, that kind of energy. If it comes out again, I know it was meant for you, but I didn't ask a question. So can I get an energy check-in for my group threes, please, to make sure they chose the right pile? What's going on in their life right now? An energy check-in for my group threes, please, Spirit. Maybe some of you are confused. I know I'm doing group 3, but I keep pausing when I ask. We have the Emperor in reverse, and we have the Hangman. That makes sense. Confusion. Confusion about what to do, about where to go. Maybe there's... I heard buyer's remorse. I don't know if that has something to do with anything. Buyer's remorse, you bought something and you regret buying it. But what I'm kind of getting is you are in a phase, you have been in a phase of learning, and that's what I'm getting. So you are in a phase of contemplation, growth, and now it's time for you to move on, but you're scared you don't have what it takes to move on, you know? That is what I am getting a feeling of, like someone who has been healing and they're gonna get a test, you know, and they're kind of like, no, I'm good. I'm not ready for the test. I'm gonna fail. I'm like, you know, that your self-doubt is what I'm getting. Like you have done everything you needed to do in the Hangman phase, and once you're in the Hangman phase, it's up to you to come out of it, you know. No one's going to come and push you, force you out of it. It's up to you to be like, okay, yeah, I've learned what I need to learn. Now I'm going to start doing things differently, seeing things from a new perspective. Because the Hangman comes out when you've had lessons to learn. You've learned those lessons, and now it's time for you to come out of the Hangman energy. And you're just like, I'm not sure I have what it takes to do this. Like you went to school for 4 years to become a nurse, and you're going to be on your first shift at the hospital. And you're like, no, I'm going to go back home. I'm not ready. I shouldn't have graduated. I shouldn't be here. A little bit of like imposter syndrome, a little bit, where you're like, I don't think I'm supposed to be here. I don't have what it takes. I don't know enough. I'm not ready kind of energy, even though you very well are. Because the Emperor come out at all means you're ready. You have the knowledge, you have the power, but you don't believe that you do. So there's something about not being able, not wanting to, or not feeling ready enough to move on to the next phase of your life, you know? So you're kind of trapped in an energy of, I don't know, which is why you guys got the kind of, or maybe you were, you know, or you're trying to come out of this energy right now, because we have the Red Aventurine. And like I said, it does represent motivation, courage, and passion. So maybe you're trying to find that passion again. Energy check-in for my group threes, please. What's going on in their life right now? How they know this is their reading. 10 of Wands, yeah. Not funny, but the imagery in the card is funny. Like, why this man scared like that? Yeah, look, it's like you have done, it's like having to leave home, you know, move on and be on your own, pay your own bills, have you go to, you know, the funny thing that always comes, or that I always see on social media, is when your mother was planning or calling your doctor, making your doctor's appointments for your whole life, and the first time you have to do it, you're like, oh mom, can you do my appointment again? Because you don't know what to say. You're calling your mom like, I have this interview, what do I wear? Because you don't think you know what to wear by yourself. You don't think you're prepared for what's coming or the next phase of your life. You know, maybe you're just like, I don't have enough money to move out. I'm not, you know, what is it called, experienced enough to get this kind of job that I actually want. Like, I'm just unprepared, essentially. So it's like, oh, when we still ask our mom to make our doctor's appointment because we're scared to go on the phone and do it ourselves. Like, if they do it, like, people make those posts jokingly, but they're true. Like, they have been making my appointments for 20-something years of my life. Why must I now turn around and start doing it myself? I'm fine if she continues doing it. You know, do that, mom. You got that. We're like, I don't know, like, what am I supposed to say? How do I make an appointment? You know, like that feeling of unpreparedness. Like you have you had homework to do and you didn't do the homework. You go home and you go to school the next day and the teacher's like, who's ready to read their report, return their homework, and you're just like, not me, you know? Or maybe you did do the homework, but you didn't do it right, and you're not very sure, confident in your capabilities in the homework you got, you know? And you're just like, I'm not ready, or you don't want to turn it in because you think you're going to fail. That kind of energy. You think you're going to fail before you even started. That's the kind of vibe coming through for you guys. We have 3 of Cups. I'm hearing goofing off, fooling around. These are way too many cards, but since that one turned over, I'll take it. We'll see what these have to say. We have 3 of Cups with 3 coming in again. We have 9 of Wands, King of Cups, and then we have Temperance. I haven't gotten to 3 of Pentacles yet, but it's cute. Maybe if you are scared of doing things on your own, get a buddy to do it with you. Because it's not so scary when you have somebody doing something for the first time with you again. Like if you want to go to a party for the first time, you want to go to this bar for the first time. If you don't want to go by yourself, get a friend to go with you. Like, I wouldn't recommend asking your mom to go to the bar with you, but having a buddy, someone to support you for moral support. For my group 3s, please, Spirit, what energy are they currently in right now? Or maybe you're in like a very non-committal energy of just going around having fun, not putting too much stock into things, not wanting to grow up, not wanting to be on your own, being happy under someone else paying your bills, someone else paying your rent, someone else buying the food, someone else taking on the big responsibilities because you don't want to do it yet. Because the Emperor has a lot of responsibilities, you know, a lot of burdens he has to take care of, a lot of people depending on him. You don't want that responsibility. You're happy, you know, being the dependent, not the independent is what I'm getting as well. And check in for my group 3s, where they at in their life. Look, the 10 of Wands. Like, yeah, it's giving that someone put you out to dry. Someone hung you out to dry. And you're just like, I don't know if I can do this. You know, I want to come back home. But your parents are like, no, you're grown enough. Get your own place kind of vibe, you know. And you may have the money. You have the know-how, but you're just scared to start it. But the thing about starting things, once you start it, and the more you do it, the better you get at it. Do you want to live at home for the rest of your life? Do you want your own family, your own kids, your own, you know, privacy, your own independence? Maybe you do want that, but you're scared, you know? Yeah, 4 of Swords. You want to close your eyes and ignore the problem in the room. You want to close your eyes and ignore the 3 swords dangling over you. That's another 3 that came through. We had 3. That's another 3 that came through. 3 of Cups, 3 of Swords, and then we had the 3 of Pentacles come through as well. So 333. That's a sign to get up and do something. I think that's the angel number. That's your sign to get up and do it. Then we have the Sun. That'll be my confirmation, child. Maybe someone is asking you to move out with them. Maybe someone is asking you, a partner is asking you to move in with them. You're just like, that's a big decision, first and foremost. Maybe some of you are scared to be on your own and be independent because you live with your family. They do everything for you. And it's kind of like, it's a scary thought to have to do and make those doctor's appointments on your own and pay bills and have to worry about those kinds of things. That is a lot for anyone to deal with. But it's like you're not sure if you could do it. Your partner's like, come move out with me, come live with me, like it's gonna be easy, I promise. We could do this, we could do that, you know, we could save, we could do this and have our own place and finally start living our own life and have privacy. And like everything they're saying sounds good, but there's something about like, I don't know if I'm ready for that yet, you know. Like, you're happy with them, you may love them, you like them, you know, you can see your future with them, but there's something here about you being scared, like stuck. He's literally strapped down and he has like something going over his head, going to chop his head off if he doesn't make a decision. So you feel like backed into a corner, out of power. Like you don't know what's happening, what's happening next, what's gonna happen next. Overthinking for sure, because 8 of Swords didn't want to come out. You're overthinking things for sure, so much so that it's keeping you paralyzed, you know. Analysis paralysis, where you're thinking so much of what could happen instead of just doing it and dealing with what comes, and understanding or feeling like you are capable enough to deal with what happens or what will come. Yeah, so grown-up things are being placed in front of you right now. Grown-up choices, grown-up decisions, and you're just like, I'm not a grown-up though. I'm not a grown-up though. Who is telling you these things about me being a grown-up? I'm not. They're lying to you. I'm just a baby. You know? I can't do these things. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Like, I can't be a homemaker. I can't cook and clean and be the head of the household. Who is that? That's not my job. You know? But you can. Yeah, Three of Cups. These three people, like, have these masks on. They don't know who they truly are, what they're truly capable of, because they're always scared to make that first move and make that first step. You're never going to know what you're truly capable of unless you put yourself in situations where you have to rely on yourself, on your instincts, which, you know, what you can do, what you've learned kind of vibe. It's kind of like, what can I say? It's the saying of, like, your parents raised you up to be this kind of person. Now you have to kind of put what they taught you to test. Now, if your parents didn't teach you how to be an adult, that's a different story. But if they did, and it's time for you to move out and do certain things that you're scared, it's like, there's no need to be. They raised you to be this kind of person. Unless they didn't, like I said. Very interesting energy check-in. I'm hearing you feel like a pig being sent to slaughter, maybe, with this Ten of Wands. It's kind of like, and there's something about being tied down, because he's tied down and he's tied down. So it's like, where am I going? Is this the same guy? Like, maybe this is like from one of Edgar Allan Poe's stories that I'm not familiar with, but it looks like the same guy here. The same red shirt, the same collar. They're maybe seeing if he's able to die or just torturing him. This is like giving me angry mob, sending this person out to do something they're not ready to do. And then here we have someone who's like, look at all these rats. Either the rat's going to eat you, this is going to slice your head off, the waves are going to take you. I don't know. But something like that, you feeling out of your depth, out of your element maybe. But also happy at the same time. So yeah, there's like big changes coming in your life, or things are happening fast, you know? Because we have two good cards. You have the Sun, which is happiness, victory, you being out in the light, you know? I'm hearing attention. Leo energy is what's coming through as well, where you feel like someone is like giving you what you need, you know, but there's still an apprehension there. So maybe some of you were in a relationship and this person's giving you all that you need and you should be happy, but you're not. They want to move to the next step. You don't think you should. And always listen to that voice inside. The intuition, not the scaredy cat, okay? You have to learn how to discern those two voices. Maybe you're thinking, I'm not ready, because that's your anxiety speaking. The part of you that doesn't think you're old enough to do certain things or handle certain things, but you are. But if it's your intuition saying, nah, this person is not all that they are, or all that they seem to be, I'm not ready, then you're not ready. That's it. Don't force yourself into something you're not ready for. But Three of Cups is having a good time, being booed up, having fun time with friends. That's good. Life is going good in that regard. But when it comes to like big decision-making things, life-changing things, there's something here about like anxiety about making a decision, I think. Or who I'm hearing that song. Does it ever drive you crazy just how fast the night changes? Everything that you've ever dreamed of disappearing when you wake up. But there's nothing to be afraid of, even when the night changes. It'll never change, baby. It'll never change, baby. It'll never change, me and you. So life is going by fast. A relationship is very good. You have to make fast and quick decisions. And you're just like, things are going by so fast, you know? But this person's like, no matter how much changes in your life, no matter how overwhelmed you may get, or no matter how skittish you may get, it's me and you. It'll never change us, okay? Because like the big, what comes before that part is we're only getting older, baby. And I've been thinking about it lately. Does it ever drive you crazy just how fast the night changes? Okay, so that song is coming through. Night Changes by One Direction, in case you don't know already. And that song is, or the movie, not the movie, the music video is about dating someone, you know, and like things are changing fast. Maybe some of you are scared because you're in a relationship and it's moving too fast for you. And like I said, they're asking you to move out, move in with them, something like that. Start building your future. You're just like, I'm not ready, you know. I don't think I could do that right now. And it's just like, well, let them know. Speak that into, you know, let them know. Speak it into existence. Tell them you still want to have more fun. You love them. You like them and everything, but I need more time. I don't feel like I'm ready for that yet. Like, you feeling, doubting, wanting to move out with them is not you not loving them. It's you needing more time, you know? Interesting. So yeah, Three of Cups, having fun with friends, going out, you know, socializing, kind of energy, drinking, going to parties. So that part of life is good. Then we have the Sun. You're living life in a relationship. Things are going great. But then we have the Ten of Wands, where a lot of, maybe there's just like a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders. Everything in life is going well, but it's like too much on your plate, you know? You have to go to work, you have to go to school, you have kids, you have to take care of family members, you know, you have to, like, there's not enough hours in a day for everything that we need to do with people. So it kind of builds up and becomes like pressure and too much. Some of you could be overwhelmed, and it's making you feel like you're out of control, loss of control, spiraling is what I'm hearing as well. And maybe you're not telling your friends how you're feeling, because Three of Cups is them all wearing masks. Maybe everybody's going through the same thing, but because nobody's talking about it, nothing can change, nothing can be fixed. Okay, so that's the energy check-in. Let's get into where your life is headed. That was a long energy check-in, or felt long. I'm feeling like tired now. It could be because it's my third group, or it could be you're tired. My back is hurting. I'm like, what's the problem? Maybe you're just tired. You're working a lot. Like I said, responsibilities are up to your eyeballs, and you're just like, oh, I can't take on anything else right now. Please stop asking me things and telling me to do stuff. So where is their life headed, please, for my group threes? Where is their life headed? So life could be otherwise okay, happy, good, but it's just like a lot. Very busy life. We have the King of Pentacles. See, there's something here about you're not ready to be on your own. We have the World. Things are coming to an end, a close. A cycle is ending in your life. And this cycle could be living at home, and you're meant to be on your own. And look at how this person's walking away from this place to kind of ride into this new place. Like the sun is setting, and it's going to be rising again on a new thing. Six of Swords. Yeah, transition. You're moving on up, moving out, something. That's where your life is headed. Six of Swords is a transition. So something is coming and changing. I think it's about moving, because that was the first thing that came to my mind. Where is their life headed, please, Spirit, for my group threes? Where is their life headed? Knight of Cups in reverse. Interesting. I'm hearing blinded by love. Maybe some of you don't want to be blinded by love and get yourself in a situation where you're stuck in a house with someone. And it's kind of giving me the energy of, I've heard someone say, if you're not able to move out on your own and pay the rent by yourself in the building or house you're moving into with a partner or a lover, don't do it. Because if something happens and you're out on your own again, or out on your butt, you didn't have the money in the first place to be on your own. That could be what's keeping you back. Like, I love you, yes, I want to be with you, but right now I don't have the funds, I don't have the job, I don't have the savings, I don't have what I want. I'm not prepared for this. The Emperor upright is someone who's prepared. The Emperor in reverse is someone who's not prepared, doesn't have the funds, the backing, the support to do what they want to do. So they may want to move out, or you may want to move out with this person, but you don't have the funds, you don't have the security that you would like in order to feel comfortable doing so. you know? So you're kind of like in that hangman energy of, I would like to, but I'm not ready to do so yet. So that stasis mode. But maybe all you have to do is see things from a different perspective, because you kind of feel, because like I said, dude was, like, maybe you're stuck in a rock and a hard place, because dude was locked up, he was tied down, mice were coming to eat up on him, and then he had like the sword moving back and forth on top of him, so at any moment something could have came in and it was over, you know? So that could be the anxiety you're thinking about, like, anything could happen if I move out. I can't just do that. I can't, you know? You have anxiety, guys. You do. And I'm sure you know, because people who have anxiety, you know they have anxiety. Whew, now I'm just like tired now. Just all this overthinking is making you physically tired, which is the 10 of Wands I was coming through before. But enough about that. Where's your life headed? 6 of Swords, moving away, transitioning. The Knight of Cups in reverse. The Knight of Cups is like a very lovey-dovey, romantic-y kind of energy. So I do feel like maybe you're going to stop focusing so much on the lovey feelings of how someone makes you feel, essentially. You're going to be focusing on the cold, hard facts. It's what I just heard. Whew, that's funny. I'm sorry. Not the cold, hard facts. Why said it like that? Where is their life headed, please, Spirit? It's headed to an ending. Or something is changing. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. So all these cards are, maybe you're, hold on. Can I get another card, please? Where's their life headed? Because all these Cups cards, with the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups come out in reverse, what does that mean? You're not listening to your intuition. You're not listening to your feelings on something. If you feel uncomfortable, there's a reason why. Get to the bottom of it before you make any big decisions. And the 3 of Swords in reverse. Maybe you're scared. Maybe you're going to make a decision that kind of favors what the person wants because you're scared of being left behind or getting your heart broken. Because, yeah, you love this person, but love is not always enough, people. Like, I used to hate saying it, but it's true. Yes, you love them. You want to be with them. If they're asking you to do something, put what you want first. Your stability and well-being first. Don't say yes to something just because you feel like someone else wants you to. It doesn't have to be just a partner, but the cards that are coming through is giving like love. It's giving someone you have feelings for. And it's like you think by not going with what they want, you're going to lose them. And it's like, well, you either lose them or you lose yourself. It's either or. Love is not always love enough. You love someone, yeah, but it doesn't mean you're meant to be with them. It doesn't mean you should get up and move with them. It doesn't mean a lot of things, you know? And then we have a King of Pentacles in reverse. Someone's saying they're going to take care of you, and then you move out with them, and where are they? Where are you now that I need you? That song's coming through. Justin Bieber, where are you now? When you gonna need them, where they gonna be at? Or when you do need them, where are they? Maybe based off of that, they give you all these feelings of whatever, the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups, but where are they when you need them? Are they able to handle you or deal with you in a certain kind of way, especially if you are someone who has anxiety attacks? Can they handle that? Maybe where you're living right now, they can deal with that. Can they handle that if you were to leave? That, you know? And look at how we have the Knight of Wands, a whole tantrum, a whole orangutan just going crazy. And I believe there is a, I feel like I've read the Edgar Allan Poe story that goes with this. Someone trying to, what is it called? Not humanize, but tame. What's the proper word? Someone trying to, I think tame was the right word. But that's not it. What do you do to, when you have like an animal, train, tame, petalize? You're trying to make a pet or keep something that's not supposed to be kept where you live at. Like, I vaguely remember a story, like someone trying to keep an animal and the animal domesticate. Thank you, yo. Spirit always be coming through for me. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I be acting a fool. I'm so sorry. But yeah, this person could be acting a fool. You act a fool, who knows? But there's something here about you trying to domesticate someone that can't be domesticated. And I think this person in the story was trying to domesticate an orangutan, and then the orangutan came and beat the man bloody. And it could have been a real life story or an Edgar Allan Poe story. It could have been both. But that's what's coming through here. This person was trying to domesticate, because why is this animal, this big old orangutan, in somebody's house? He broke in or what? Or somebody let him in? You know? You letting a wild beast in your house thinking that, oh yeah, I've tamed them. They're not going to do this to me. They have changed. They're the person that I want now. And it's like, no, they're not. This could be pertaining to you as well. I don't know. It could be a relationship or you. Where it's like, I've reached this kind of point now. I'm someone who could do this, but you've never tested out in reality. Like, oh yeah, I haven't had a panic attack in a few months. I'm good. I can move out and do this and go off my pills and, live life like a regular person. Not knowing that when it does come back, it's going to come back 10 times worse because you stop taking the medication. It's like giving me someone who does have, maybe mental issues and they're being given medication. And they stop taking the medication. They're like, oh, I'm good. I can handle this on my own. And they relapse even worse than before because you stop maintaining it. So it's been building up. So when it does happen again, it's like, yeah, you domesticated the orangutan for 2 seconds. And it was getting happy and used to the food. But as soon as you tell it no, or it goes crazy and starts beating you up, what can you do? Nothing. And it's not funny, but like, once things go bad, what's going to happen with this person you think is who they say they are? With all these cups coming out in reverse, 9 of Cups, Page of Cups, this person may not believe they are who they say they are. Because we also have the King of Pentacles, which is in reverse as well. So all the archetype cards are out of character. So this person is acting one kind of way, but they're really this kind of way. I don't know if it's resonating for anyone. I hope it is. But where is your life headed? Someone maybe like you having to leave someone, or the chapter coming to a close with someone you're with right now. Because they show their true colors. Or you finally realize they couldn't handle you. They said they could, but they couldn't. Someone saying, I can deal with your panic attacks. It's fine. And then when the time comes, they really can't. I love you. Love bombing is also what I'm getting as well. You're getting someone who was love bombing you, saying, oh, it's fine. I can deal with you. I can handle you. You're not too much. And then as soon as too much comes, they gone. Now, you know what this is giving me? I haven't seen the full movie yet, but from the previews that I've seen, it's Honora, I think the name of the movie is, where it's like a prostitute marries I don't know what he is. He has a lot of money, and he proposes the topic of marriage to her. And she's like, yeah, sure, I'll get married to you. And then everybody in her life is trying to say, you don't know this guy. Why did you marry him? And she's like, I'm going to stick beside him. His name is Vanya, and her name is Honora. So I think he goes to like a brothel or a strip club asking for someone who speaks Russian. She speaks a little bit of Russian, and after they end up having like a romp in the hay, he asks her, will you marry me? She says yes, but you have to pay me. He pays her, they get married, and then all these people start coming out of the woodwork, people looking for him, people trying to convince her to get annulment, and then she's like, I'm gonna stick beside him though. And I don't know how it ends. It could end good or bad, but I haven't seen the full movie. I've just seen previews. But it could be something like that. You marry someone, move in with them, you become serious with them, and they haven't showed who they really are. Because she literally just met dude. There hasn't been a consistent relationship. You haven't seen them all the time. You haven't lived with them. You don't know who they really are. And you think, I can deal with them. And then you really can't. And then they become the complete opposite of what they've been portraying themselves as, And they're really this immature orangutan, pretending to be a domesticated monkey, but they're really this crazy orangutan, That's the vibe that I'm getting. I hope it's resonating for somebody out there. That's what's coming in your life. Or you, a period of feeling out of control as well, which is basically what I was saying. You're not ready to take on something, and maybe someone's telling you to or pressuring you to, but it may be, they're like, oh, it's me or nothing. You're moving with me, or we're broken up, but you don't want to be broken up with them. You don't want to go through the heartbreak, and you're trying to avoid that, but you can't because it's coming. It's like being in a relationship and someone was showing you all the red flags. You weren't listening to them or following them, and they break your heart. You're just like, what? Well, it's like they showed you, but you ignored. And this is what happens when you do that. And now I'm hearing Stormy Weather by Etta James. Now that me and my daddy, we ain't together, it's raining all the time. Interesting. So some of you are going through a breakup right now or will be soon, and I'm not trying to call nothing on you, but the cards I feel like are definitely saying that. I am supposed to be getting more cards for y'all, so let me get the rest of the cards. I just got really like trapped up in this storyline I was playing out. For some of you, if you were called to group 2 at all, I think this is the past and the group 2 could be the future. So if you feel called to both, then watch this one first. Or if you are watching this one first, you can go watch group 2. If you're coming from group 2, then this could be the past, I think. So where is their life headed? Please spare my group 3s. Or maybe you just revolved your whole life around one relationship and things are going wrong. Like you have friends, yeah, but you've been prioritizing a relationship over everything else and it just goes awry. You've been being a fool. Then we have Exorcist. Freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. And then we have a Fool, the reverse version. Using humor to wound rather than liberate. Denial of your emotional truth. And that's these 2 emotional cards in reverse. Your intuition is telling you something, you're not listening. Essentially is what these cards are basically trying to say. So where your life is headed, you end up, it's like you being the fool, boo-boo the fool. Because you didn't listen to what your intuition was telling you, and you're like, oh, I could change him. Oh, he's domesticated. No animal will ever be truly domesticated. Like a dog, when you hit the dog gonna bite. When the dog's upset, the dog gonna bark. No matter how many times you tell the dog to shut up and be quiet, the dog gonna bark. Because that's in the dog's nature. The dog's not a person. It cannot be domesticated. You know? Some dogs can be better trained than others. If you got you a dog that could not be trained and you're mad the dog's not being trained and doing what you say, it's your fault for thinking the dog can be domesticated, you know? But this card, like I said, with you guys getting courage, motivation and passion, it's like you may have the courage to move on for something, you know? At the bottom of the deck, we have Rebel, exactly. Challenges authority to effect social change. Reject spiritual systems that do not serve our inner needs. So you could be doing that, being a rebel, saying, my intuition is wrong. And when has your intuition ever been wrong? You're not learning the lesson. There was a lesson group 2 needed to learn. They learned it. You guys may not be learning your lesson. But take whatever resonates for you. I'm not trying to push narrative onto you. If it's not resonating, I hoped you would have been gone by now. Okay, where's the rest of the cards I'm pulling from? Where are you headed? Freeing yourself, yeah. And it's funny how Fool's over here and free yourself over here. Past energy, future energy. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself. And then we have shadow attribute, fear of facing your own demons for Exorcist. So maybe some of you are dealing with like mental issues or something in your life where, like I said, it started off with you not being, yeah, you could be not man enough or woman enough to realize that what you're doing or the path you're going on is not good. It's something that could be coming through. Because our intuition, our gut would tell us something's wrong way before our brain ever would. And if you're not listening, then it's like, yeah, I don't know what to say. We have the comic, Boo Boo the Fool coming out again, child. We have the animal. Why does animals keep coming through? Wow. And then we have Gnosis. Interesting. Wow. Okay. Gnosis always gives me hypnosis, but I do think Gnosis like beginning, starting from the beginning. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure yet, but it's kind of like starting over, or like I don't think it's the snake eating its tail. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to go in the book and read for y'all because I did it for every other group. So we're going to do it for y'all. The comic, and what is it called? Using humor. Where was it? Using humor to wound rather than liberate. Denial of your own emotional truth. The comic. And then we have the animal. You dealing with someone who may not be, no one's saying this person's horrible, but they haven't tamed or they haven't become someone you need, you know. They're still very immature. They're still very much my way or the highway kind of vibe. And it's like you refuse to realize that because it was at the bottom of the deck, the Knight of Wands. The person's going to trash your house. The wild animal. You think you can tame them and you can't. So the comic, someone's going to end up making a fool of you. This person's going to end up leaving you. But there is 2 endings coming through. The World is an accomplishment, finally being able to leave something behind. Or, you know, put yourself first. Like I said, leave this King of Pentacles on his head and move towards this. The Six of Swords is movement forward. Knight of Cups is definitely rejecting maybe someone's love offer. Maybe they try to come back in and say, stay with me. And it's just like, no, I can't. Page of Cups is denying your intuition or not listening to what it has to say. We're going to put this card upright. And if you were to look at it upright, it's her being drowned by water. But the water hasn't come up and fully drowned her yet. But it's there. Enough for her to realize it. But she's looking straight ahead, not even down. And then we have this fish jumping up behind her. The fish is usually in the cup. And the Page of Cups telling her, hey, this is not a good idea. She ain't listening. You put your heart on a platter for this person, they may just end up breaking it. I don't know. Okay, let's go to the book and see what the book got to say for these archetype cards. What's coming? We have the comic. It's just this. That's the self. The comic is 113. Okay. The comic is the Joker, the clown, the fool. The comic carries a remedy for all that ails this world. Amid the deepest pain and suffering, there is always the potential to lift up and out of the darkness through laughter. So yeah, you're the person in everyone's life who's always grabbing them out of the deep recesses of, you know, darkness, and no one's doing the same for you, or this person in particular. It could be everyone in your life not doing it for you. Who knows? But amid the deepest pain and suffering, there is always the potential to lift up and out of the darkness through laughter. Though dismissed by some as lowbrow or unsophisticated, this archetype actually has a highly advanced mind. Some may use the word genius, as humor requires one to see the situation from afar, rather than to be swept away by the drama. Yeah, that's coming for y'all. You're not going to be swept away by the drama. You know, it's like genius level. You know, intuition is telling you, screaming at you, but you're not listening. You're going to get there. Don't worry about it. The comic sees and accepts the messiness of life, using it as material to be mixed and shaped into a potion to soothe the stressed and serious mind. They literally lighten us up. Thus, within the comic is usually the sage or the magician, working healing magic upon any audience who will lend an ear. The comic may be the archetype that heals the deep division in our world, one pun at a time. Now, when light, hilarious, ingenious, spirited, easygoing, when dark, sarcastic, harsh, brooding, and drunk, go deeper. Images of laughing Buddha, stand-up, or improv comedy. Okay, so what I'm getting for this is definitely someone who is the healer, who always gets stuck in the relationships with people who just know how to use and abuse, okay? Narcissist, healer, connections. And you think by giving this person more love, giving them more parts of yourself, giving, compromising, that they will change, but no, they will not, because they're just siphoning and taking all your energy for themselves. That is what is coming through for you guys, I feel. Like, I feel that that's what's coming through. The comic has plenty of shade to throw on others, and it can fall into shadow at the drop of a hat. Beware of their sharp claws. And it says, joy, jokes, and smiles are all signs of a happy heart. Be wary of spiritual practices or teachers who leave the comic by the wayside. So also what I am remembering in the first spread, we had the Ten of Wands, which was people, like I said, it looked like the same guy in the Hangman and the Ten of Wands. In the Hangman, he was tied down, and maybe this person's using unusual practices on you, tying you down, letting the rats come and eat you, and putting a sword over your head. So basically maybe threatening you or keeping you trapped. And the Ten of Wands, the dude was also tied to a big coffin box thing, and there was mad people in the boat screaming at him and ranting at him like an angry mob, you know? So preying on your downfall, essentially, is the vibe that's coming through. Someone who you think is helping you, but they're really not, you know? Or they're only helping you for their best interests, you know, using and abusing, because they found out that you're someone who's going somewhere in life, someone who's very smart, genius at that, a healer, and they found a way to take advantage of that, you know? So we'll see what keeps coming through. Let's go to the animal and see what comes through for the animal. Like, I don't want to just be dumping on anybody in the reading, but I have to say what comes through. The animal is 99. The beast, the wild one, the wolf. We are mammals. The hair on our chest and between our legs reminds us so. Well, excuse me. We try hard to deny our unrefined animalistic nature, yet through this archetype we tap into power and direction. Activating the animal within means reawakening our relationships to nature in the most broad and embodied sense. Drinking from waterfalls, roaring at the moon, opening eyes underwater. Maybe you have to tap into this wild animal energy of you. Maybe you've been being too composed. Like I said, animals are just inherently courageous. They don't stop and overthink things. They just do. Maybe that's something you're being called to do. Whether it is an actual person or life in general, you're denying the intuition, what your intuition is saying. And it's time for you to rely on that animal baser instinct, intuition, to move forward. That's fine. That's what you're going to be doing. Drinking from waterfalls, roaring at the moon, opening eyes underwater, eating berries from the vine. The life force of our planet begs us to set down the devices, the constraints, and the social constructs, and remember the warm blood that pulses through our veins. The animal longs for breath, food, procreation, and physicality. It wants the soil under our nails and starlight on our skin. If all this sounds terribly unsophisticated to you, take note that it is said that when Buddha became enlightened, he roared like a great lion. And we had a Buddha coming out in the comic as well. So maybe some of you are meant to go on a spiritual journey to discover more about yourself, to connect even deeper with your intuition, you know? We have when light, vital, elemental, alive dances. And the red on the side here says, notice your resistance to the animal within. Where does it come from? What has it kept you from doing, wild one? So yeah, like I said, there's someone asking you to do something and you're like, I can't, I'm scared, I'm not ready, kind of vibe. There could be all the other stuff coming through as well, but it's like, why? Even if this person was a perfect person, they could be, they could not be, who knows? Different stories for different people. Even if you chose the same pile, different stories coming through. If someone did ask you to move, why are you scared? Let your inner beast unleash and go do it. You have what it takes. And the animal demands that we get comfortable in our own skin. The minute you accept, express, and celebrate the physical body, you tap into the animal energy. So stop thinking and just start doing. Whatever happens, happens. Animals just do whatever happens and they deal with the consequences. Yes, we're not animals, but the animals keep coming out. Or the animal instances or references that I keep getting are giving me that you need to be that way, or there's someone in your life that way that's affecting you negatively. Making you feel like you can't make your own decisions or listen to your own intuition. And the last one we have is Gnosis, which I'm pretty sure is an initiation. So we have 217 for Gnosis. Look, innermost knowing and mystic truths. True knowledge is not found in facts and figures, in scholarly books on library shelves. Rather, Gnosis points to the deep and timeless archetypal wisdom that rises from the felt experience of having touched the unknown with every one of the senses. Those who are drawn to Gnosis find themselves in esoteric studies, likely involving mysticism, alchemy, healing, or perhaps science. Knowing is their calling. Not knowing is their job description. No matter how far the alchemists take their studies, they come to the ultimate conclusion that facts slip toward mystery, and soon the mystery results in facts. This card signifies a knowing that is life-changing. Once you experience it, you are forever changed and become a guardian of Gnosis. The eternal mystery is calling you. Study your passion in the deepest way is available to you. Okay? So that's basically what I was saying in the beginning of the reading, where it's time for you to move on and embark on something new, go on your own, and you're just like, I can't make my own doctor's appointment. I can't do that. I can't do this. I can't. And it's like, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Because we have genius coming through with a comic. We have follow your animalistic baser instincts in the animal. And then we have Gnosis, which is I see all and I know all kind of energy, okay? You think you don't have the answers and you actually do. And it says, those who say they know, don't. Those who say they don't, know. Those who say they don't know, know. That's you. You're saying, I don't know. And it's like, you do. Okay? And it says, this card relates to the riddle and the shapeshifter. All concern themselves with revealing mystic truths. So that's you. And look, when dark, over intellectualizing and literalizing, asking others. That's that Eight of Swords coming through. Where you think you don't know, so you're telling your mom to book the appointment. I'm pretty sure you've heard her do it millions of times, so you know how to do it. You just don't want to do it because you're scared to talk on the phone, to be the adult, to take on that responsibility, to take on more responsibility, you know? You have what it takes to free yourself and others of destructive impulses, giving shaman, you know? So we're going on a transition of self-discovery here. We're going to be listening to ourselves more than ever. We're going to be being more emotional. Maybe you've been emotionally closed off with these emotion cards coming out in reverse. And you're going to learn how to be more open and honest about what you're feeling and how you're feeling. Confiding in people, maybe. So let me get back these cards, and then we're going to get into the what are you meant to be focusing on right now. And for you guys, what I forgot to mention is in the intro, when I picked up your card, or picked up your mushroom, it fell. And then when I went to put your cards away, no, when I went to put your stone away again, it fell again. So there's something about falling and getting back up. Like, I tried to tell myself to remember to say that, but I didn't. But it came through again. So thank you, Spirit, for reminding me. Appreciate you, as always. So I'm like, yeah, there was something. Like, you guys are always a troublemaker group, you know? Maybe you're so used to being the troublemaker, or you were used to being the F up, the one that doesn't do anything right, that now you're scared to even try anymore. No. If you fall back down, get back up again. You know? So there's that little extra message there. Yeah, because acting up. I'm like, something always falling. And then the thing ended up falling onto the bed, and I had to go look for it, kind of vibe. So there's something here about you looking for things that were kept hidden, or, you know, I'm hearing what was kept under the bed, like secrets and stuff like that. Maybe clearing out what's under your bed, kind of vibe, you know? Yeah, it's basically figuring out why you feel that way, why you're not able to do certain things, or why you don't want to go for certain things. Getting to the bottom of it, searching deeper. You see a bed, and then there's under the bed. That's where the dust mites hide, the bugs, all that kind of stuff hide. The skeletons, they hide in the dark, where it's dark and cool. Go and shine some light under there. Clean some cobwebs. Maybe clean under your bed. Okay, so what's coming for you guys? Seven of Swords. That's that energy, what I was talking about with a person in your life, maybe. They blindside you. So what are they meant to be focusing on right now? Honorable mention to Seven of Swords. People who are pulling the wool over your eyes, being sneaky, thieves in the night. People trying to steal your joy, steal your success. Like I said, this person knows to stick with you because you have what it takes to make it to the end. Like, I feel like people who've been through so much have the power. They're God's strongest soldiers, child. And we don't want to be God's strongest soldiers, but he does certain things and puts certain situations in our life so we can deal with anything. Other people who haven't had to deal with anything in their life, they're just selfish. They become entitled, like, oh yeah, everything works out for me and I can do whatever I want. To people who have to fight and struggle tooth and nail to get where they are, those are the people who have that real knowledge, because you've been through some things. You have that old soul, you know, you've been through life. People who haven't will never understand what you've been through. So they're just sitting there stealing your light in your life, and you're just letting them. Here we have the Two of Swords in reverse, making a decision. Yep, because it's time for you to move forward, and it's time for you to end something, and you have to make a decision to do it. I'm hearing don't make any drastic decisions. We have 10 of Cups. A false sense of security, happy, safety, maybe. 10 of Cups upright is pure happiness. This is a false happiness. You think you're happy, but you're not. Or you could actually be happy, but it's not going to be long-term happiness. Maybe. We have 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, this is giving me stop putting energy into something. And it's time for you to, like, really decide what you want to do and where you want to go. If that person aligns with that, if you're really supposed to be with them, do some deep digging. You know, I'm going to stop making this about a person, yourself as well. You are putting on a false sense of happiness, making yourself think you're happy, but you're actually not. You're hiding something beneath the false, the smile, the veneer, you know? The comic. This person has a smile on their face, they're hiding behind that. The comic hides behind laughter. And people think it's low vibrational or low brow, but it really isn't. What are you meant to be focusing on right now? It's like I keep getting to stop putting your energy into something that's like beating a dead horse. You're putting your energy into something that's not going anywhere. And it's giving you a false sense of security and happiness. And when it comes time for it to leave, you are too attached, you know? When you shouldn't have been attached in the first place, because you have the wisdom to not end up in a situation at all, if that makes sense. Hope it's resonated for somebody out there. We have 6 of Cups, so past energies. Someone from your past. Maybe you're letting someone from your past come back in and, you know, mess things up for you. And someone from your past is not always some ex. It could be an ex, someone you broke up with, someone you left behind, and you let them back in. Now you're with them again. You think, oh, things are going great now, but it really isn't, because you guys broke up for a reason. I feel like everything happens for a reason. There's no such thing as coincidences. So it's kind of like, if you felt called to break up with them before, there's a reason behind it. If you didn't do the proper work to figure out why you felt called to do that, and you just got back with them, you're setting yourself up for failure in the long run. Is basically what I'm getting. If you are hiding behind your parents, your mom, or hiding behind, yeah, those people who are doing all the things and not wanting to be an adult or take responsibility, why is that? Why don't you want to be on your own, pay your own bills? Why do you want people to make decisions for you? Kind of vibe. Figure that out first. Nobody's saying you can't have that in your life, but figure out why you're doing that first. Heal that. And maybe if you were to heal that, you wouldn't feel the same way. You know? And if you heal that and you still feel the same way, then fine. You've done the healing, but figuring out why, getting to the bottom of it. Because you can. You have that knowledge and that power. I feel like here. The 10 of Cups is to be okay being unhappy. Life is not always supposed to be happy. Things happen. What are they meant to be focusing on right now? Please, Spirit, my group 3s. What are they meant to be focusing on right now? I should have got some more Oracle cards. It really would have been longer than it needed to be. What are they meant to be focusing on right now? 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, your life. Balancing out your life. Finding out what's right for you. Now we have all these 2s coming through. We had 2 9s coming through. And now we have 2 2s. 2s are all about balancing choices and making decisions. So making a decision that makes you feel secure, make you feel happy. Whether it's moving out, staying in, going back to school, you know, being on your own, paying more bills, taking on more responsibilities, kind of thing, you know? Because look at how we have these 2 pentacles, and they're usually like, you know, one is more down than the other, but they're perfectly on the same level. So maybe you're in a relationship where one person's doing more than the other, and it's time for them to pick up slack. If you're doing more than them, it's time for you to pick up slack if they're doing more than you. You know, if this could be any kind of relationship with your parents too. Maybe you're in a toxic cycle with your parents and you're just staying stuck in complaints instead of moving away. Like I said, it's going to be something for everyone. Not everybody's in a toxic relationship. You could be in a toxic family environment where your parents are doing everything and you're not doing anything, and you're not trying to take on any responsibilities. You're not saying, hey, let me pay a bill. Hey, let me do that. Let me do this. You're just like being complacent. And unless you learn to do those things, you're never going to feel fully independent, you know? Yeah, you could want to be dependent for the rest of your life, but figure out why that is. Maybe try being independent for a little bit, and then you may feel like you like that better, you know? But the 8 of Pentacles is putting time and energy into something that you think is going to work out and provide you with sustenance or provide you with something back in the future. But with it coming out in reverse, it's like, stop putting so much time and energy to something that you already know deep down is not gonna bear any fruit. You know, it's the kind of vibe that I'm saying. It's not an equal relationship. It's not what you're meant to do or what you're meant to be. Because we have this blindfold on. They're like, take it off. Show your true colors is also what I'm hearing, because we have a lot of rainbows coming through. So maybe some of you could be grappling with sexuality and you're afraid to come out or start dating people that you actually like and want to be with. Maybe some of you could still be in the closet. We have LGBTQIA+ coming through with all this rainbow. You're denying a part of who you are and playing into the whole I'm straight or I'm not straight or I'm this or I'm that narrative, and you're really like not supposed to be doing all that, if that makes sense. And you know this, but you keep doing it. Like I said, you know something, you keep doing something, and you are definitely going on the path of make a decision, of having to make a decision. If you're going to stay stuck, if you're going to stay doing these same things, or if you're going to change, you know, grow up, branch out, expand your life, essentially. But I'm going to stop here. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you can get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you watch this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Bye.